Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Classic Who Zone. Nice to see you all. We're going to have a few people running late, but I've been told to go ahead. So what we're going to do is that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to bring on my guest because we've got 6 parts. So we're going to almost start straight away. So if you have joined us, please press 1 in the chat, because as I said, we are going to be starting as soon as I bring my guest on. And it's the one and only Alpha Omega.
Hello, Noel.
How are you, pal?
I'm doing good.
Good man, good man. I hope you enjoyed yourself last night.
I did.
Good. I had a good time too. As I said, we're going to be almost starting straight away. So if you have yours ready, just let me know. But everybody in the chat now, if you're ready, please press 1, because as I said, there's 6 parts. Charlotte is going to be late because family. And Super Doctor is out at the moment. And the other panelists are actually on a different stream. So I'm just going to start straight away. And when they come in, they come in. Yeah, right. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Yep. Hold on now. I'm just going to get my channel up on my phone just so I can keep an eye on the chat, because I'm probably the only mod that's here right now.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I mean, you know, main mods that come in as well, because you'd be on the panel. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, even though you are a mod, when you're on here, you're a panelist. So, so if you're already in the chat, could you please press 1? Because as I said, I want to get started. There's literally 6 parts to this story. While it is a good story, like, you know, we'll be here all bloody night. And I've got stuff to do later on. So, what you call it? And I'm not feeling the best, if I'm honest. I've woke up and I've just got a massive migraine, which I never get. And I just feel. Do you ever feel just Alpha? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Obviously, you know, I'll be okay, but you know yourself. Chris says, go for it, Noel. I'll catch up. Well, I'll give you a timestamp, mate, right? Just let us know and I'll give you a timestamp. If I don't know where you're watching it, but we're watching it on that usual site that myself and Charlotte normally watch it on. So actually, hold on. See, I don't even know why I'm watching it on that site, actually. I've got the fucking DVD. Hold on, I'm putting on the DVD instead. So you have a couple of seconds now while I fucking sort this. I have it on DVD. I don't even know why I'm watching it on this, because it pauses and everything. Like, I'm an idiot. Right, hold on. Give me a second. I'm putting the DVD in. Like that. Give me that. Disc 1. There you go. I haven't watched this in a while now on the disc. I have to say, it's been a while since I watched this.
Yeah, number 1 Tom Baker pick.
Yeah, I wonder. Charlotte will be with us. She's just, as I said, she told me, and so did Super Doctor. They said you were going to be running late. So thanks to those two for getting in touch with me and letting me know that you were going to be running late. I appreciate that. That's all I ask. If you're going to be running late, just let me know, and there's no problem. And they have. So thank you. So I'll just wait for the disc to load up now. So that'll give everybody a few more seconds, I suppose. I do love this story, I have to say. And even the intro to this even the intro to this disc, you know, when you go on the homepage, has the creepy music, and then it has Noida and Davros talking in the background.
Yeah.
So yeah, I forgot though. It's on this. It's not full screen. It's this fucking. What did they call it? Fucking. What was the original format they filmed on?
Like 4:3. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. I used to have a TV because we can't afford a brand new TV at the moment, but we have a small TV there. But you could change it from that to widescreen, but it never really fit properly. Never really fit properly. So
Yeah, it would just give you black space on both sides, and if you tried to stretch it out.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and it doesn't look great. Right then, Alpha, I reckon we should. I reckon we should go. Oh, it's funny, right? Because I've just noticed something right now, right? So I could see the chat on StreamYard, yeah,
Yeah.
but literally, the chat on YouTube, it's coming up slower on YouTube, so the slow mode is definitely working. So Alpha, because the Queen is not here at the moment, and I have, by the way, I have sent out all the emails just to let you for those guests that are late, just in case you are setting up and you can hear me now. I have sent emails. So as the Queen isn't here, would you like to have the honors of
Countdown.
doing the countdown? Yeah,
Sure.
why not?
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit play.
Now. Still, it is one of the best intros, I have to say. Woo, 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 woo. Dude. So I was sitting here today with the wife, and I was listening to a bit of music before, because when I feel a bit I listen to a bit of music, and I was listening to Erasure Level 42 and Depeche Mode. I probably had my neighbours bleeding fucking head wrecked. This is a very good opening, though, isn't it, Alpha?
Yeah.
You got the owl. Obviously, when Tom Baker comes in, we can see it. They've got different era stuff on them because they've run out of resources, basically. But this was highly criticized because of its violence. But I didn't mind. I don't mind it. You know, the Doctor Who will always evolves. You know, and every era kind of did. If you look at Pertwee's era, while he did, you know, he was more action based, and he did kind of slap a few people around. Tom Baker's one, the violence was upped more. It evolved, you know what I mean? So the show has always evolved in that way. But I love this part because he doesn't, when he realizes he's on Scar, because he won't do anything for the Time Lords. Yeah, I didn't know that you enjoy the freedom we allow you. I mean, tell me more. I love that line because he's like, Daleks, tell me more. He's brilliant. Tom Baker is just epic in this story. Liz Sladen is not too bad either. Harry. Yeah, Harry is in this one. Yeah, because they walk across the landmines, yeah, and Harry helps him. Yeah, I love Harry. Oh, you're already here, Doctor. He gives him a bracelet, doesn't he? Yeah,
Yeah.
time bracelet. Time ring, sorry. Disaster Area wants to know if this is the start of the Time War. Well, technically speaking, yeah. Well, you could say it is, yeah. Because obviously you've got the two, the Khaleds and what's the other? The I keep forgetting what the other race is.
Thal.
Oh, the Thal, yeah. So you've got them, and then you've got the Mutos as well. So yeah, I mean this could well possibly be. Obviously, someone with a bit more knowledge than I have will probably be able to tell you. But I think this, yeah. But I mean, look at straight away. You know, it gets straight into it, right?
Yeah.
Like we know what he's the Time Lord has set up the story now, so we know what the Doctor has to do, right? And then obviously now this is where he says, yeah, the war has been going on for so long that they're using different bits of technology. So yeah, it probably is the start of the Time War disaster area. Could be, but then when you think about it, he was the fourth Doctor, right? But we had the War Doctor, but that was because Christopher Eccleston was supposed to be that. So he was fighting. Christopher Eccleston was fighting the Time War, fighting in the Time War. So I don't know. I don't know how long this Time War has been going on for, but it's definitely been going on since like since from Tom to Eccleston anyway, or as everybody says now, the War Doctor. Right, I just want to make sure now that I can, when Chris comes in, that I can give him a timestamp on this now. So I want to see how I can do it.
If you can't, I have one.
All right. Yeah, because I'm watching it on my PlayStation. So when he comes in, just give him a timestamp because he's always here for every stream that we do. Every stream.
And no, Lee's here. He wants a link.
No, you're not getting the link now. Go on. Yeah, bleeding, screaming, whore. Go on, get away. I'm only messing. I sent you an email ages ago, you knob. I sent you an email. I sent you an email. Go and check these are emails. Don't be telling me to shut it. Or wait till you get on here. What are you doing? You knew you were streaming with me tonight. I'm only messing. By the way, very fascinating conversation you were having. But as I said, very debatable when the smartest, having the two smartest people comment when that came up. I said, I don't know if you see me comment, but I said that was very debatable. Laughy emojis. But fair play to you, man. Yeah, talking about what if and giving your honest opinion. But, you know, you said it out straight. It just seems to be moaning for the sake of it, man. I was listening to it, you know. Good points of view, though, from all the three, I have to say. So at least with Dan, he gets people on that are varied, you know, that have varied opinions. And that's what you need. Oh, here he is now. He's going to start bitching. Watch. Will we let him on or will we make him wait? I'm only messing. Hey, buddy.
All right. I lost track of time. I thought, oh, fuck,
You're
it's Saturday.
Right, man. You're all right. But, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'll say nothing because.
Where's
Charlotte is going to be late. She's already texted me, and Super John's going to be late as well. Charlotte has, I think, her sister. I think she was saying is visiting or something like that. Or she's gone for something to eat with them or something. But she texted me to let me know, and Super Doctor will be late as well. He's out at the moment. But 6 parts, so I'm pretty sure they'll pop in before it's bleeding over anyway. But I've sent all the emails out anyway, so.
Right. So did you start already? Then
we have we're at the part where Harry, the Doctor, and Sarah Jane. He'll give you a timestamp because
Let me know when you're ready.
I'll pop this thing up.
So I could see the dome now. That's where I'm at. The first time we see the dome.
8 minutes and 40 seconds now.
Season 14, isn't it?
So you missed a great one last night. I know you were busy, but you missed a great stream last night, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a laugh last night. Laugh and a half. Contact. 300. Oh, by the way, over 300 views, folks. So to all the panelists, because it was great. There was a laugh had. PD Rich was showing us some of the models and all that he built and stuff. Oh man, it was amazing. Melina was on as well. Sean from the Nerdaholics came on.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a great panel last night, mate. I knew you were busy, so
I was, and hey, I
finished.
Finished, yeah. So we might have to do it tomorrow because it's getting late. So I want to.
Leave it till tomorrow.
Impact.
Yeah, leave it till tomorrow because the more hype.
And I can tidy it up a little bit because it's.
Yeah.
I think I can do a little.
Well, now that we know that we have a kind of unlimited time, 10 minutes. You know, you don't have to be as restricted as much now. But it was a nice little surprise, I have to say. And we did mention you on the stream last night anyway. You weren't forgotten.
All nice things, I hope.
Oh, of course I was. I knew you were busy.
So what episode are we on?
We're on the first episode, mate. He'll give you a timestamp.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me just get this.
Yeah, when we used David Travels Through Time Channel 2, when we used to do the TARDIS Zone talks, that was the average, on a Friday night. So, but, even though, the conversation, we did talk a little bit about Doctor Who last night. I did give me opinions on What If, and we did recommend some shows. And then we finished the stream off with some Teddy videos. So it was fun.
Nice.
And we did have a laugh slagging Doctor Who and talking about all the things that went wrong. But it was a great stream, yeah. Sean came on. It was great to see him because obviously he's been busy and he has a daughter and all now and stuff. So real life has gotten in the way. But yeah, then Melina came on. Alpha was on. PD. Who else had we got on?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh yeah, with Cinnamon and yeah. He's been in the chat a few times, and I took the risk last night, and I have to say, nice chap, nice young man.
He is. Well, I mean, hold on, which Cinnamon Toast?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought we were still talking about
he
seemed like a nice person in the chat.
Yeah, very nice he was. Yeah.
Right. What's this timestamp then? Let's
Okay.
tell me where we're getting close to.
Coming up on 12 minutes now.
Okay.
Oh, we were also talking about the Powerpuff Girls. Well, Melina was. That was interesting because apparently they've ruined the Powerpuff Girls now. Which is not a surprise, to be quite honest with you. And then I told them about I watched the My Little Pony trailer that was on Netflix before it came on. Oh my God, that's cringe. It's cringe. I don't know why. Do you know what? Air cartoons, they had a bit of seriousness to them, if you know what I mean. Like they didn't shy away from certain things. But with this new trailer, it's like as if they dumbed it down completely. Like the animation and all looks crap.
Yeah, cartoons used to be fun.
Well,
Remember that?
They also had a bit of intelligence to them. A lot of them worked on two levels. There was stuff for the kids, but there was like jokes that adults would get. Only.
Yeah, it's a bit like pantomime in the British pantomime is like that. You have plenty of stuff for the kids, and then you got adult jokes that fly over the kids' heads.
Do you know what's funny about this scene? Right, he's so serious in this. Your man that said we'll wipe every single stinking one of them out, right? Yeah. And he's in it, and then he sees character in a hello.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he played that character in this? It'd be so funny.
Guy Signer.
Yeah. All righty. Right, what's the timestamp so I can just make sure I'm
okay. 1350 now.
So Lee, Disaster Area asked a very interesting question, and I gave an answer, but
I disagree.
But obviously, well, I didn't actually ask you, did I? I should have asked you first, shouldn't I? Actually, so obviously now he does disagree with me, but Disaster Area wanted to know: is this the start of the Time War?
No, it's. I mean, I don't think because this is the origin story of the Daleks, isn't it? So you've got so much more time for them to evolve and develop before they become that powerful that they can take on the Time Lords. I don't even know who the Time Lords are yet.
I figured it was somewhere
down but this was the point I was making, right? I mean,
I would argue that the Daleks that we see nearer the beginning of the run of Doctor Who are probably more evolved.
Right, because what my thinking was, and this is just my opinion, I'm not saying obviously I am wrong then, but my thinking was, as we know, the Time War has been going on for centuries. It's been going on for a very long time. So it wouldn't be inconceivable that this was actually the start of it, the seed, if you know what I mean. And then as each Doctor regenerated, and then it gets up to, obviously, well, Christopher Eccleston was supposed to be the War Doctor in fairness. But remember when we seen him in Rose, he had fought the Time War, and he basically got rid of his people.
Well, it would be quite interesting if you, down the line, revisited this era, maybe just after the events of this story, and then sort of just go back, and then the Daleks come back to re-energize the Daleks, and then sort of boost their evolution directly after this story. That would be interesting.
Interesting though, so like, look, I agree with Lee. I think this would be great to be explored a little bit more, but let's see what happens with the future of the show. Hopefully I'm still trying to remain optimistic, but every day I just have a naysayer all the time, just putting the campaign down. Look,
hey Chris, good to see you.
Look, if you don't want to support the campaign, that's fine. I'm not asking you, I'm not forcing anybody. But just,
well, I think it's important to differentiate between getting your hopes up and just doing this for the sake of just saying.
Well, what have we got to lose? Nothing. Some fans out there believe the show is already dead, right?
So what have they got to lose?
Exactly. What have they got to lose? And
makes no sense to me. Like, look, no. I'm pretty much the hashtag RIP Doctor Who. But at the same time, nothing to lose.
Exactly. And Ballstreck now has actually even hashtagged the stream, or the hashtag, and he was like yourself, and he even says in the tweet, I know this might be futile, but he still used it. I'm not sure. I'm not trying.
Well, I'm going to give a shot in the arm for the campaign tomorrow by releasing this video, and I hope it invigorates people to pass it along.
Send it to me, and I'll tell you what you'll do. It's going to premiere on your channel first, obviously, because that's the way we do it now, and then I'll premiere it then on my channel after you've premiered it.
Yeah.
Right? and then that way gives it more.
Well, I mean, the internet gods decided that Dan wasn't going to be the one to do it, so it's meant for you. There you go, world exclusive. I'm quite pleased with it. I think it could be improved, but hey, that's me. I'm always
look. Whatever it is, I know it's going to be great, right? But don't be worrying about that. The fact that it's going to highlight the campaign is all that matters. And the fact that you've taken a time out of doing other things that you've been doing to do that, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I literally had to put everything else on hold to get it done in time, because I wanted to get it done whilst the momentum is still there. I don't want it to be.
That's what I mean. And that's all. And listen, you know, we have nothing to lose. This is what I don't understand about the naysayers. We've nothing to lose. We've got everything to gain, but nothing to lose. I just, Michael, could you do us a favor, mate? I know you're saying hello, but I don't want you coming in and saying J-Bot losers. Could you leave those type of comments out of the chat, because you know we're here to enjoy Classic Who, and I don't want any trouble tonight, because we've had too many trolls over the last couple of days. So yeah, if you just say hello, but you don't need to add all of that other stuff.
And hello to Michael Q. Thanks for coming in as well.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, I know it's a bit difficult when you're sort of bombarded and you come in, but you know, whilst we agree with the sentiment, you know, let's be nice.
yeah, and listen, it's taken, the trolls this week have taken effect on poor Daniel, and that's why he's not here tonight. So I'm not gonna have any of that, right? So just please, and you're welcome in the chat. You know that. I just don't want to antagonize anybody, right? We're here for.
And Davros is never wrong about anything.
Yeah. Where's Super John when you need him? Because he'd do his Tom Baker.
Yes. Yeah.
Get you to do neither.
Tom Baker.
Well said, Chris. That's it.
I'll just get another timestamp because I don't know if I'm ahead or behind.
Are you ready?
Yep.
20 minutes, 35 seconds.
Oh, about 5 seconds ahead.
It doesn't matter, leave it, sure. I'm probably a few seconds ahead as well. It doesn't matter.
We must keep the college race.
Michael put up a good comment there. Say, we're all good. We're all good. So he says, so Genesis of the Daleks is good with the Force Apprentice of the Daleks, creator and father.
Appearance, I think. Yeah. I mean, Michael wishes, for me, the best Davros. Like, he is also the one who visited my school, Doctor Who Club. So, like, you know.
Well, Daniel agrees with you because he thinks it's the best performance.
If Destiny of the Daleks had Michael Wisher, it would have been such a better story, just purely by having him.
I said as much in my review.
That's right.
You ever hear the story of how he would go around to get into character?
Yeah, he'd wear a paper
with
bag
a paper bag over his head.
And he'd have a cigarette.
Yeah. And then you saw the smoke coming out of all the holes and stuff out of the back.
I love that. What a character.
Oh, that specifies midnight.
Even doing the salute.
But I still think hello, you know, like, clop.
Plop.
Listen carefully, I shall say this only once.
Yeah. I was so tempted to watch that the other day because I hadn't seen it for years, but I relented. Well, I didn't relent. I did not relent.
Oh, there's the mute out.
They all got that same walk, don't they? It's like pyramids of Mars, mummies, the you know, exactly the same walk, that gait. I'm surprised that Charlotte isn't here because you know, she wanted to watch this.
No, well, as I said, she's family. She's that's
traitor.
What I said. She
family. What's that?
She said she sent me a message to say that she was going to be late, but to start without them. But she's watched the whole thing, as you know.
Oh, she has watched it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she does that, doesn't she? First?
Yeah,
That's
she
true.
watches it beforehand. So whenever she pops in, then we'll just give her a timestamp because she's already seen it, so she's not missing that.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I forgot she does that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And John is out in town, or he's out and about. So he said he'd be a bit late as well.
Fair enough. Oh, he's so imposing, isn't he? Sinister, just sitting there in the shadow.
I know.
Perfect. Perfect. It's his stillness that's the creepy thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
And even when he's raging, he's sort of just wobbling with rage. You know, I love it.
One of the best characters, actually.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of, when I used to think of Doctor Who, I always thought of the Doctor, Romana, K9, and Davros and the Daleks. You know, that first and foremost springs to mind, you know.
Right. I can hear the music in the background just a little bit. If you could just turn it down slightly. I don't know who it is. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. You don't have to turn it right down, but just a little bit. Can hear the woo woo.
I got my headphones on.
Right, everybody in the chat, it's on slow mode, remember? So we've decided to put the chat on slow mode because it stops all the comments coming through, as you know. If you could press 1, guys, let us know when you are ready, because as I said, it's on slow mode, so it takes 20 seconds for a comment to come through.
No.
Chris says, sorry, Noel, I didn't think you'd be able to hear.
Wow, he's listening to it very loud in Canada. There we go, a couple of 1s, 3 1s. Hello, you Muslim uncle. Shalom. Salam. Good to see you.
Right, well, David Rayner with a 1. There you go, you are all on the ball tonight, aren't you? That's it. That's what I like to see. Right, Alpha, you might as well continue, because, you know, when the Queen comes, then you're going to be dethroned. So, like,
thanks. Ready?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
Thunderbirds a go.
Dingy ding, diggity ding, diggity ding, diggity ding.
Will.
God, the amount of times I've been listening to the Doctor Who theme tune over the last 2 days, it's just been doing my head in, like making my own version.
Yeah, but that's clever because it stops it from being copyright claimed as well, though. Because if you change it, that's what they say. If you get an original piece of work and you do something different to it, which is a bit weird, but.
Well, yeah, it's transformative art, isn't it? So.
Yeah. But it's weird the fact that, like, you know, like you think all of these companies will capitalize on all of this because, like, you're promoting them. You know?
Yeah, well, that there's a music YouTuber, I can't remember his name, but I think he was trying to take them to court because he teaches music on YouTube.
Right.
And he needs to use elements of people's work to show how it's done, you know, and he keeps getting copyright struck. And it's like the record companies could make so much money if they actually allowed it. I mean, it's promoting. You know?
I know, that's it. And even
all for a few pennies, you know, all for a few pennies.
But this is the thing as well, though. The artist that is doing whatever he's doing with the original work will put the links to the original work in the link description of their stuff. Like, that's what I don't understand. It's just
apparently 60s and 70s artists are okay, but any sort of 80s and 90s, like, they really shit hot on, so they really clamp down on those. But like a lot of the older artists, they're more relaxed about it. So I don't know if it's codified anywhere that they say people can use it or people can't use it. I don't know. Seems very arbitrary.
Yeah.
Step into the security scan. Dan? Oops. You're a short ass, aren't you? Absolutely. No tea, Harry. I'll be back.
Oh, we got someone popped in. Just give us a second there. Wherever you are. Just give us 1 second. I'm just trying to get a bit of food into me because I'm a bit lightheaded. Because as I said, I'm not feeling the best. But, you know, I wanted to do this story because it's one of my favourites. Now, we will be doing Power the Daleks next week. Because it was supposed to be this week. But because Charlotte didn't see Genesis, we thought... We said we have to do it. We have to do it. If she didn't see it, we have to let her watch it. Yeah, that should be okay for now. Oh. Right, let's see. Alfred, you're going to be usurped now. You're dethroned. The Queen is here.
Fine.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, why is my computer acting up? Charlotte, I think you're either freezing. I don't know if it's me, but you seem to be stuck.
Oh, am I back?
You look good now, yeah. Oh, no. We've lost the Queen. Right, she's back, but we don't have a picture. So I'll bring her on, but
Am I working?
no, you're frozen again. Think we're going to lose Charlotte again. Oh, here's Davros.
I'll be back in a little bit here.
Right, I think we finally got Charlotte now. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Am I
don't know what's going on.
Sync and I'm here?
I think you're still very jumpy. I don't know what's going on, but it's not a stable connection anyway.
No, I think it's my internet. It's just not liking me tonight.
If you want to come back in a few minutes, if you plug your internet in and out, sometimes that happens.
Try that, mate. I'll see, because I'm on something else.
Okay.
Right, I'll do that, mate. I'm so sorry about this.
You seem to be okay now, actually. Oh, she's gone. But sometimes, yeah, if people have internet problems, just do that. Plug it out for a minute, plug it back in, let it reboot, because everybody kind of leaves their Wi-Fi on all the time, especially over in Europe. I don't know if they switch it off in America, but we keep it on constantly. So sometimes it does, if you don't do that, unplug it and then put it back in. I guarantee once she does that now, she'll be back. We'll get her straight away. Look at the doctor's face. If anybody doesn't know what your Muslim uncle is talking about, have you tried turning it on and off again? It's in the IT crowd. It's a line in the IT crowd. Very good. Ooh. That Ross takes no SHIT. Right. I bet you we'll have her back now, watch.
Hello?
Yeah. There you go.
Am I coming through?
Yes.
My Wi-Fi it's been weird. It's been dodgy for a while, but yesterday it was no issue whatsoever. Like I was on with you, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it happens, though. Sometimes it's just the weather can affect it,
Yeah,
it is weird like that. But you're here. That's the main thing.
Anyway,
you got here.
What I know.
We're
What
on
part are you on, just so I know?
now. We're on part
Right,
2.
I'll join. I'll start watching properly with episode 3, so then I'm in sync with you guys. Because I did watch it today, so I do know the story at least.
Right. We'll get you. We'll. Don't say that yet, because we're all interested to see how you liked it. But wait until the end, because it'll be very interesting to hear what you actually think. So.
Yeah, no, it was fun watching it. I'll say that much.
Right. Yeah, say no more till later, because people will be interested to hear what you actually have to say. But wait till we get to the end, because obviously there will be plenty to discuss. Ooh. Of course, they're using no protective shield and they want to destroy them. Guess who's back? Back again. The Queen is back. Did you see what I did there? Because someone wrote it, so I'll put it up. Guess who's back? Back again.
I know.
The Queen is
well, like I
back.
said, I was late because my brother was supposed to be tomorrow coming back, but that was today, it's turned out.
Oh,
So
it was your brother. I got confused. I told everybody it was your sister. There you go. I'm an idiot.
well,
So
no,
was
my
our-
sister came yesterday, so we've had a few visits of family this week.
Oh, that's good. Well, it's nice to have your family around, you know, especially with all of this crap going on. Right, that wasn't enough time. I'm still hungry. So. Do you notice how quiet everybody is? Because that's how
I
you
know,
know.
that's when you guys are enjoying it.
Because everybody is quiet and I'm watching it. That's how you know you're watching some great Doctor Who.
You know, I need a timestamp.
Oh, the lads are going to have to help you there. The Alpha, I can't.
Oh, that's the 24th. 12th of September, 12th of September. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet. Sadaku's just said in the chat, this is the story that made him a fan.
Oh.
So is this the first Who you ever watched, Sadaku? Or would you had you watched before this, but this episode really got you into it?
I am back. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, I'm working now.
Well done. So I heard you watched it earlier.
Yeah, I did my thing of watching it during the day, so I can watch it with no sound coming through, so it doesn't annoy the stream.
Yeah, wise.
And I'm not techie enough to like do the whole headphone thing that I can listen and it not come through.
Yeah.
Like, don't tempt fate. Watch it beforehand.
Why two people dislike this story? I can't believe that. Two people dislike the Genesis of the Daleks. Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. Smash that like button.
What time do you have there, Lee?
Okay, so Daku's just said I'd caught bits of the demons, which was repeated before this, but I hadn't been able to catch it all. This one had cliffhangers that made me have to watch next week. So that's good then, Sudoku. Both quite dark stories though, the demons and this.
Yeah.
This to be your first Doctor Who.
Lee.
Yeah.
What time? What time do you got there?
My timestamp. Hold on. God, everything's gone a bit tits up here. Where is it?
Right, I'm on the scene where Sarah Jane is planning now on escaping.
Yeah, 1921, 23.
And she should have the saying that she'll pass the word on to the others.
Yeah.
Now the two guards are walking through the hallway. And now the doctor's talking to Ronson.
Yeah, Sarah gets put through the ringer in this story. Oh, Sadaki, she wouldn't want you to hear you call her that.
No, but Harry was very old-fashioned like that, wasn't he?
Say, oh girl.
Yeah, he was
Call her.
army, wasn't he? You could see that in him.
Oh.
Like, it looks dodgy, him just standing there like that. I did like this cliffhanger.
It looked like he was trying to have a secret fart down the edge.
Yeah. I do love this cliffhanger though.
They're all good in this story, all the cliffhangers.
Gamera.
Sure, as you can see as they're climbing it looks very shaky anyway. It doesn't look too secure, does it?
Oh no, it looks like any minute it's just going to collapse on them, doesn't it?
Doesn't really have her climbing shoes on.
Isn't this the episode where she changes out of that into the combat? Is this the story? That later on she changes into combat?
I don't remember there being any scene of her like changing her outfit.
No, I don't think you see it, but I think she does. I'm not sure. I'm probably wrong. But I'm pretty sure she wears combats in this, or the green trousers like them. Or maybe
here we go. So Ducky said she changes in episode 5.
There you go.
Nice of him to be a shield for her.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even mind. It was her plan. They're all dying. Thanks to her.
Yeah, but it's her argument was we can either die and get mutated horribly, or we at least do something.
Oh, no,
that fall was pretty grim, though, wasn't it? Like that guy fell off the scaffold. It was like poof.
Yeah, very well done.
Oh, this
well, no, I agree with
it.
you, Charlotte. But still, though, you know, she still was responsible.
Oh yeah.
Did it.
Whatever.
Oh,
I was just thinking for Darko. Yeah, me too.
That.
Very White House.
I was like, was this maybe the one that was the start of her crusade? Because a lot of death happens here.
Yep.
And they don't hold back at all.
I was actually saying that at the start of this stream, you know, the Pertwee era did have a bit of violence in it, but it was less, it was toned down. But in this one, they did really, like,
It's
go
a very
on.
dark story, this one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well, I suppose it has to be if you got Nazis and Tin Pots, you know.
I was going to say, this is basically a World War One story.
World War
If you
II.
look at the way, if you look at the lot of the writing in this, you just take out the Doctor Who setting.
It is. It's like you know.
It's obvious analogies.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, Nazi spies, underground bases. You know, gonna.
Well, it's not just
do
even that. Though, it's the
experiments
tone. It's really the tone. I think that made me think of that watching it.
Yeah, that as well.
Right. Everybody in the chat, remember we have it on slow mode. So as soon as you're ready, press 1. But we're doing well. We're nearly there. Right, Sadako presses 1. We got Chris, he's pressed 1. Disaster area.
Yeah, I think we're ready then, but it looks. So let me just get third part up.
That's it. And now that the Queen is here, sorry, as I said, Arthur, you've been dethroned now, mate.
It's all right.
Of course, sure, you wouldn't want to complain anyway, because she'd send you to the rope. Or the gallows, I should say.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh no, back in those days,
So
used to cut people's heads off. That's what it was. Yeah, head chop.
Send you to
they
the
put them on
tower.
pikes.
Send you to the tower.
Yeah, the Tower of London. That's it.
Off with his head.
Yeah. You wouldn't want what was that? What was the other thing that they used to do to them as well? I literally take take their bleeding guts out.
Hang, drawn, quartered.
Yeah, hang,
Quartered.
drawn, quartered. Yeah, Jesus, man.
Lovely one. That they hang you first till you're nearly dead, and then they drag you around a bit behind a horse, and then they cut you into 4 pieces.
Yeah,
That's why we started our own
and
company.
yeah, what they do then is they stick your head on a stake then to warn others. Your body doesn't even get treated properly. You get fucking stuck on a pole. This is what will happen to you if you don't pay our taxes. This is what will happen to you if you steal a slice of bread.
Nice,
Right.
isn't it? Yeah.
Let's do it, Quinn.
Yep, so 5, 4,
Four.
3,
Two.
1,
One.
go.
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 Back of the throat. Go.
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 No, not like you're choking, Alpha.
Go.
Go.
Like go. Go.
Actually, if anybody is watching, they're probably saying, "What are they doing? They huffing
Fucking
up on the stream?"
lunatics.
No, we're not. We're not.
This is our normal craziness, folks. This is the normal craziness.
Yeah, this is normal. This is normal. We're just being normal. We like normal.
Because it looks like Elizabeth was doing this, doesn't it? This does look
I
like to me
reckon
Liz
she was,
did this.
yeah. I reckon she actually did do this, yeah.
Because as well, back then, they wouldn't have been nowhere near as conscious about health and safety, so they would have just let the actors do these sort of stunts.
Well, in fairness, you can definitely see it's her. Our face doesn't change because
Yeah.
not when you do these stunts, you normally see it's a different person.
It's probably a couple feet off the ground.
Yeah, that's all. It's not as high as yeah, exactly, but still.
Yeah, but Liz sells it. Like, you can tell Sarah's absolutely petrified. Which is an odd thing to see in Sarah Jane. She's usually always the sort of strong one, but here
Yeah.
she's really...
I do love this Muto guy.
Oh yeah, her little friend. I
Yeah.
remember watching this and thinking, please don't die. Please don't die.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I
It's a
know.
massacre.
Yeah. And it's all Sarah Jane's fault. But again,
She's got less people killed than Jodie Whittaker. Let's put it there.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. That's true. But let's.
I don't
leave
know.
that-
Whittaker's got another series yet. Let's see how high she can get that.
Oh,
talent.
bloody hell.
Yeah, let's leave her
If
out.
anyone
of
left,
this.
I mean, she's wiped out a human race. You know.
Yeah, but let's leave her out of this, right? Because we don't want to sully Genesis with her name.
Yeah,
Get away.
that's true. Very true.
Yeah. Well, I do agree with you. Could you imagine her? We said this last night. We were mentioning a couple of Doctor Who stories, actually. Could you imagine Jodie Whittaker doing this story? How it would end?
Oh my God!
Oh,
No!
God,
No!
that's
No!
what you can
No!
imagine,
No!
man.
No! All right.
Could you imagine
Like,
she'd be going around with Davros?
you can't make the rule and then break it by talking about it. No,
Right. Well,
not having it.
right, yeah. No Jodie talk today. Okay, that's fair enough. The chat and all's even saying it. Right, that's good. But we did start it. Sorry, Liam, throwing you under a bus for this one.
Well, there's a surprise.
Ba-dum-bum.
I was going to say as well, I'd love to know, how is this fella mutated? He looks like a normal person.
Well, he does have scars on his red and redness of the skin, but you're right, he's not a proper.
It's a hunchback.
I don't think he's as bad as the other Mutos, though.
Oh God, no, they're proper like things from a horror movie.
I liked him. I have to say, I always found this scene a bit stupid because there's literally 2 inches and she starts screaming here. Like,
Yeah, I
but
think
it's
she's
a long
just
way
still
down.
having a bit of a nervous breakdown in general.
Yeah, she's seen loads of people just killed in front of her and climbed a shit ton of.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's
meters.
more of just the process of everything that's happened to her.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be dangled off the top of a rocket, would you?
no. Or snowball.
But I think the daft bit was the worrying leap that was like about a foot away.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. It's literally it's literally just a tiny little gap. But the head gets up
Step
into the
across.
Oh, I always found that funny.
But maybe, you know, height's not a good thing. If there's any chance that you could slip or fall, you know, that's playing on your mind, I suppose.
The giant deadly clam.
Yeah. The clam of death.
That's what they should have called this instead.
Yeah. Dot 2 and the
I
clam.
don't think it would have been as historically loved then.
Just be another one of those death titles.
Revenge
That
of
sounds
the
like more like a
oyster.
Sylvester story.
Pearl before swine. Okay, enough.
That's styrofoam.
Polystyrene rock is not working. Polystyrene stalactite. That will do it.
Got to say that watching it, this whole like bit of the scene where they're seeing the mutated creatures, it made me think of like video games a little bit. Do you know, like you always have in the video game like if it's a horror game or like a Resident Evil game, you always have.
There's a coin floating above your head.
No, but it's more like if it's like a Resident Evil game, you always are like, oh, here's the bit where I go in a dark, horrible sewer, and there's going to be loads of things to kill me.
That's why I don't play video games. It's, I can't deal with the stress as it is.
Oh, that's the fun of them, Lee.
It's much better when it's passive because then you're sort of like, well, you know, I can't control anything. And the entertainment goes on regardless.
Yeah, you don't have the actual reaction of.
The back of Davros's chair always reminds me of like a
Middle
big
finger.
white glove with a middle finger. Yeah, just can't stop thinking about it when I see it.
Deborah's flipping everybody off.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty in keeping with his character, to be fair. Fuck off. I'm Davros. Fuck off.
Oh yeah, I know. So this is better than Sylvester Stories, but the title that the lad just came up with made me think of something you'd find in Sylvester's Run.
Which one was that?
Oh, the Revenge of the Clams or whatever you came up with.
Yeah.
I love how suspicious he was and all. Like, but neither look at him. He's already sussed it.
You're working in Paranoiaville right there.
Yeah.
One word, one look could get you killed.
Snyder's the ultimate weasel.
Yeah, and if you think back to the World War II allegory, I think Snyder's how do you say the fella's name? Goebbels? How do you say it?
Goebbels.
Yeah, that's what I had the vibe of. The sort of head of the spies had of snitching on everybody else to save his own neck.
Yeah. I have to say the extras casting of this is spot on. You know, everyone looks exactly like what they're supposed to.
Yeah. Great casting.
These chaps with the shallow, gaunt-looking faces and high cheekbones. You know.
Peter Miles.
Yeah, you can tell they've been locked in a bunker, can't you?
Mm.
That's the thing. Like, he was very intelligent, but he decided to use his intelligence for evil. Maybe at first it wasn't about that. You know, it was genuinely trying to...
Big Finish explored all that, didn't it? With kind of a bit of a mixed bag, if really is.
Right.
See,
can't fall
I don't
asleep.
think it's. Yeah, but I think honestly, it's not evil in his eyes. He's just obsessed with being like this almost survival of the fittest, like the strongest
It's sanctimony. Let's
species.
put it ego and sanctimony.
Yeah.
Like it's superior to everyone else.
Yeah.
Everyone's
the
inferior to
superiority
him.
is the bigger motivation than like being evil. It's
Yeah,
just
his
he
idea
wants
of
to be top of the food chain.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't see himself as evil. He just sees himself as doing the right thing. Same as Mr. Hilter, even though he was evil. But I mean, he probably saw himself as doing the right thing. That's how a lot of these dictators and crazy people justify their actions. It would feel good.
See, I think you see more of the cleverness with the manipulation with Davros in this. It's that there's so many times when you think, oh, he's gonna like opposition's gonna come or something's gonna stop him, and he factors it into his plan. Like he plays people, he manipulates people.
Charlotte, I have to ask you, Terry Malloy or Michael Wisher?
Which ones were Terry Malloy in? Just tell me some stories and I'll.
Well, he's with
Davison and Colin Baker.
Yeah, 5th and 6th Doctors.
Oh, Wisher, because Terry just ended up doing screaming fits.
Yeah, for me, Michael Wisher is
more
definitive
as Davros.
Yeah, like Wisher can shout, but with him, you can tell it's more controlled. Whereas with Terry,
it builds,
he
doesn't it?
Sounds like a madman.
It goes from a whisper to a sort of rage. Again, all sort of
There were
based on
scenes
Hilter.
in what's the story with Davidson with Terry in is it Revelation? What's it called?
Yeah.
And there was whole bits when I was watching that, just thinking, can you shut up? Can you just quiet down? You do my head in. And it was like, I shouldn't be feeling this for Davros. I should be scared of him.
Excuse me.
Wow. I thought you were smashing metal pots or something. You're sneezing.
Yeah, doing a bit of cooking.
That was a big last sneeze, that was. Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, that's great. I'm evil.
I've got to say, though, the more I've seen of classic... Oh?
Cool.
You're right, no?
Yeah, I'm just have a fit of the sneezes. Happens.
Go on, you were saying, Charlotte.
The more I've seen
Bloody hell.
I'm sorry.
It's timed perfectly. That's what's so funny.
He's allergic to Charlotte every time she talks.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anytime anyone talks.
That's not funny.
It is.
Yeah,
Because it's true.
Go ahead.
You know what I was going to say is, the more I've seen of the look of classic Davros, the more I'm impressed with how the new run did the look, because it's very close, but it's different, and I think that's what. Like, you've got the core bits. And I mean more like when you first saw Davros in the new run. Like it's very good, sort of.
He's my second favorite Davros.
Yeah, I agree. He kind of tones it down a little bit, doesn't he? The one in New Who.
Is it Julian Bleach?
But it's still sinister.
Yeah, I just didn't like the his eyes opening thing. I put that down to
a at the beginning.
Yeah, I put that down to a perception filter, and it wasn't real.
Yeah, that's it, man. Just pretend. Yeah. That's
yeah,
not...
I was thinking more Journey's End, Stolen Planet, Davros.
Yeah.
That was Moffat. What can I do? What can I do to annoy the fans? Oh, I know. Open Davros' eyes.
Yeah, because everyone wants to see that, don't they? No.
Certainly never wanted to see that.
On and on.
And I didn't like how he said. Do you know what? The one thing I will say about Davros in the new era is he's been kind of a puppet, or he's been always under the thumb of his own creation.
He has been for a while though, since
I was
Terry
gonna
Malloy.
say, the whole ending of this story really does that.
Yeah, I know. You see it at the start here, but I kind of don't like that though.
No, I like this. Is why I love Genesis. I don't think they've ever really gotten Davros right since Genesis. I mean, it's nice to see him and everything, but when they make him a sort of a secondary character to the Daleks, and they sort of you got some loyal to him, you got some against him.
Yeah,
but
like the Emperor, isn't it? No, not the Emperor. What's it? The big.
Oh, the one that goes mad. What was it called? One of the cult of Skaro. Dalek Khan.
Khan, yeah.
Yeah, but it's sort of the seeds are in this story for that, because he makes them too
clever.
What word?
He makes them too clever, too self-reliant.
Yeah, he makes them too clever, or he makes them too obsessed with their own.
Yeah, I mean, by the end of the story, they're already looking down their stalks at him anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a kind of foreboding of what's to come. But I still kind of think...
And if you think about it, maybe if he would have put more morals in them, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, but this is
it's because they haven't got morals.
He put too much of himself into them, that's it.
Exactly. You know, but he still admires them, Lee. Even in New Who, like even though he's been my creations, like he's still proud of them, you know.
They're perfect in his eyes.
Yeah. So maybe sacrificing his own kind of freedom to a certain extent makes sense, but I just would rather that, you know, Davros goes all Davros, like in this one.
I'd like to see him come back and with all the Daleks behind him and like just this huge force of power, and he's just like masterminding a universal takeover, and it's just like all stakes, everything all in. That would just be supreme, you know, full on.
Yeah, and it's like here, so I think as we said in the chat, it is a bit of hatred of his own people. Like you're seeing it now. Like he really hates, and he doesn't bat an eyelid. I'll wipe everybody out.
Oh,
well, doesn't bat an eyelid because
just to let you know, because this is important. It's in relation to our hashtag. So the other side have decided that they're going to do their own hashtag, and it's Save the Root Doctor. They're trying to get up to Dr. 14, but it's trended.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, but it's trended, and that's the point now. The magazines are going to pick up on that now. You know, that's why I wish that the people out there, the naysayers that won't get behind their
go and bring it back and see what happens. You know, is it going to bring in the viewers? I don't think so.
I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, well, they're desperate. You know, it's like wounded animals last.
Sorry, but because that is a big deal. I just thought I'd let you know anyway. But that's
listen. They're just very loud. They're very organized, and they all think the same things because they're incapable of independent thought. So let them have at it. You know, let them go for it. Fair enough. But
I was going to say
it's not going to speak to the rest of the population. Not going to watch it.
No, but think about logistics. What showrunner is going to use another showrunner's doctor?
That's true as well. That's very true as well.
Who's going to come in fresh and say, yeah, I'll use a previous doctor? They're going to go, no, I want my own 14th doctor.
And rightly so, you know. I mean, they're always the ones who are sort of talking about change, and the show is all about change, and you shouldn't be afraid of change. And here we are, they're facing change, and then they're saying, we want to have something old.
Yeah, they want something left over from this current era to drag on to the next.
Yeah. Because they're selfish. They only think about themselves and what they want, and they've had a good 4 years. But I'm sorry, it's over.
Yeah, but I did warn everybody this would happen, and it's exactly what's at to happen.
Well, as I say, if the BBC listens to them again and they do what they want, then goodbye, kiss goodbye to everything.
I know, but if
It's
there wasn't so much resistance towards our hashtag,
well,
I
listen,
wouldn't be as mad about
yeah,
it.
but no, think about it this way, right? It just proves that we are individuals and that we all have our own independent thoughts, our own independent minds. We are not hive-minded, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing, actually. It may not work in our favor, but that's the price of free thinking.
No, I get that, but as you said earlier on, you agreed with me.
I'll do what I can.
There's nothing to lose, like.
We've got nothing to lose.
See why we can't organise and get together just for this one time. And I do agree with you. Individuality is important, but for just this one time, that's it. I knew that was going to happen, but the way this is going to pick up on that now. There's going to be loads of articles of Michael Sheen's pushed aside now. Done.
Yeah, but you don't get hung up on it, mate. It's happened.
Yeah, that's true. There's nothing you can do about it. Look, if they haven't learnt by now that listening to a few morons on Twitter is going to get you anywhere.
I know. I'm hoping they
not
to listen.
But like I said, logistics-wise, it wouldn't work. What
exactly.
is going
no one's
to come
going
in
to
and say, I'm going to not pick my own actor or actress or whatever.
Joe Martin already came third in that poll anyway. They are the minority, right? That's as simple as that. And she was a runaway winner of that. I mean, they're flogging a dead horse. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is.
Oh, there's the cliff. Oh.
And that's Mary Whitehouse having yet another spasm.
Yeah,
probably not happy at all.
Nope.
Electricity make you back up and grab a hold of the.
Yeah, it does. Well, it's because electricity has an attractive force to it. Yeah, it's like a magnetic, very strong electromagnetic force. So it draws you in. Yeah.
Right,
metal
save
body.
again, folks. 1 in the chat when you're ready. You don't have to watch to the end of the titles. In fairness,
hold your horses.
Hold your horses.
I gotta wait till it plays.
What? You can't go back to the top menu? That's what I do.
Part 4.
Yeah.
Right, we've got a few ones in the chat. 4 ones in the chat.
I can hear somebody in the back.
Yeah, same here. Right,
yeah, I'm ready to do countdown when everybody else is.
Go ahead. We've got ones in the chat.
Right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. Diddly did, diddly did, diddly did, diddly did.
One thing I hate about this drive is whenever I pause it for any amount of time, when I go to start back up, it takes it like 5 seconds to kick into gear again. Start playing.
That's annoying. So maybe you should click on 5.
I'm going to do that next time.
No problem, Digby. Have a good one.
Yeah, see you, Digby. Good to have you in the chat, mate.
Hello and goodbye. Goodbye. So am I. Oh,
Got futuristic countdown.
yeah. It's advanced. Did you just assume their gender, Davros? I love that neatly labelled buttons there. Green and red, fireball, destructor.
Digby's with a £10 super chat, and it's a pair rolling around laughing.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. I love the way they use real footage of real rockets.
Yeah. Stock footage.
Free.
The same boom and explosion noises.
We'll step up our campaign. That's all there is to it. That's all we just need to do.
History.
Bum bum dun dun bum bum dun bum bum dun dun bum bum dun dun.
I do love those stickers though, because I can see it on my phone. See, I love the way they die in this one though. I like that effect.
The photo negative effect.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, I like that, since the Sylvester time that they had the skeleton showing through it. Like,
Yeah.
should, like,
Yeah, I like
concentrated
skeletons, yeah.
beams of X-rays,
Oh no,
I think it makes them more
quick,
deadly.
everyone spam the chat with stickers. No spamming allowed. I'm only messing. It's mad that they found some Daleks and all in bogs.
Yeah.
I know.
Remember that Dalek a
Seen
few
those
years
pictures.
ago that they dug out of a bog?
So sad when you think about it.
I know. It was like, oh, we're done with them. Let's get, I don't know.
And you think, oh, I could have had that. So I remember when Doctor Who: The Ultimate Adventure was on at the Wimbledon Theatre, and I walked past it every day from school because it was on my road. And I remember after the run had finished, they had the TARDIS outside at the back of the car park, at the back of the stages, and it was in bits. I was so tempted to drag it home. I wish I had now, I really do. But there we go.
These ones they found, are they real Daleks or just some
They
Yeah,
were
the amazing
made.
to help you.
no, I think they were the original BBC Daleks.
Well, the problem was the BBC just. You would have thought by Tom's run, they would have understood a bit just how much of a grip and power this show had, but they were just so lackadaisical almost in Classic. Is the vibe I get.
Criminal, I'd say. She was in Blake 7, one of the system. She was twice as annoying. That's like a Sontaran suit, doesn't it?
Santaha. Couldn't help it. Sorry.
Tom's going out to a
Don't
club.
do it again.
There's that finger again.
Improvements. That's the whole point.
Correct. Question.
Yes, Davros. Oh, here's Slimy Noider, is it? Let's see. Hold on. Is it yeah, it is Slimy Noider. There he is.
Snidey Snyder.
Snidey.
Hooray.
Yeah, they're celebrating a Holocaust.
Yeah, woo.
Yep, you wouldn't get that term nowadays.
Exterminate. That's what you deserve, you muppets. Right? Yeah, muppets deserve it. They're celebrating a bleeding Holocaust, you idiots.
Well, that's what I found quite interesting with this story. Like, no side is really overly good. Like, both of them had been almost reduced.
Just like real life.
Yeah, it's like there's no good, like, noble side to this war now. They've just all been reduced to, like,
Well, it's been going on for so
measures.
long, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. That they've forgotten their it's wrong.
I mean, that's how the Daleks came to being, because, you know, so much demoralization over so many centuries of war that, you know, the Daleks were born out of a generation who knew nothing but war. You know, that's interesting concept.
Yeah, and it's sort of the concept of it's amazing what humanity will allow or will okay when they get to a certain point.
Yeah, it just all becomes, you know, normalized, you know, carnage, normalized carnage, destruction. Morality's out the window, you know.
I was going to say, like, they've kind of forgotten their humanity, but they're not humans. But you know what I'm trying to say? It's gone on for that long.
Well, it's morality. I'd say morality more than humanity.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
And like Davros knows that, so that's what he plays off. He knows that, like, if he goes waltzing into the Khalids, even though he's the sworn enemy, if he gives them an easy get out of, like, jail card of the war, they'll take it. Which she's interesting side to Davros. It's like he hates humanity so much, but he can read them well. He can understand them quite well.
Oh, he gets attacked here, doesn't he? Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, he does. See that? I think I've seen this story so many bleeding times now. Not already asked you how many times have you watched the movie?
Yeah.
One movie. What's the most? I probably have watched this story and Pyramids of Mars the most. Ah. But you can see the relief on his face. Here, I want to talk to you. That Davros fella is a bit mad. We need to take him down. Any idea? Come on, will you? Look at how dodgy they look. Like, man, if I was a guard there, I know they were up to something. I'd be like, what are you up to?
That guard at the back was checking him up and down.
Oh, no.
All right, Tiger. He was checking him out. Oh, yeah. The only problem I really had with this story was at the start, in the first episode, when Sarah got separated from Harry and the Doctor. And it takes them how long before they work out she's not there?
Yeah, but I've noticed this a lot with the Doctor. It's like
But Harry should have. Where's Sarah?
Yeah, Harry should have, but the Doctor, you can kind of excuse it. Because remember, even in the New Who with Rory and Matt Smith's Doctor, when Rory comes back, right? And he's literally doing that whole thing where he's talking to him. And he goes, I know I'm missing something, Rory. I'll figure it out. And then he realizes, he drops the guns, he comes back in, and then he puts his... That's the Doctor all over. Like, he doesn't do it on purpose. He's just...
No, I think sometimes he's so wrapped up in the bigger whatever task he has to do or what.
But come on, it's Sarah Jane and Harry. Shame on you, man. Shame on you.
Harry, now, in fairness, Harry should have.
That was shocking.
But the Doctor, I can kind of understand it, because he is a bit of a... Once he gets engrossed in what he's doing, he doesn't mean to do it, you know, but...
He's too busy thinking like several steps ahead.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's it.
He lives in the future and the past simultaneously.
It could be worse. It could be worse. She could have died, and then he'd have something to cry about.
Well, I mean, for all they knew, she had. That's the thing, you know.
Actually, yeah.
I'll become like a weird mutant just wandering around.
Yeah.
Now, I love this when Noida entraps this fella.
Yeah, and Sudoku's just made the point. First thing the Doctor did when captured was escape and demand to be taken to the wastelands. So it's not like he never remembers. It's just the times when you think maybe you should mention it, Doctor, but he'll always come back to the companion when they need it.
Noida, what a fucking snake. I love his character, and I loved him in the Pertwee era as well, where he played the fella. What was he? Was he a professor, or he was running the power plant?
Like a scientific director.
One, yeah.
He was in Blake 7 as well.
Good actor. Good actor. Actually.
Trial.
A lot of crossovers.
Yeah, a lot.
You know, you put a little mustache on him, and he did a film around the time of the Nazi leader. He would have played a good Hitler, I think. Because if you look at Noida is kind of like that. Oh, now it's
He's got the gaunt look. He's got sort of the gaunt look about him.
It's a bloody clam, Sarah. Well, yeah.
It's a party of clams.
And then she says, I won't eat oysters again. It's not an oyster, love. It's a clam. Whoever wrote that line should be ashamed of themselves. Don't know the difference between a clam and an oyster.
A scallop.
Yeah, scallop.
Oh, don't start you, which is our seafood.
I had fish and chips yesterday. Oh, God, I'm missing it already.
Piece of salmon.
I never liked oyster, says Sadako.
No, I don't like oyster. Ugh, gritty and too salty and seawatery and raw. You know.
No, I mainly just like fish you can have in batter with chips.
Oh,
I had a lovely fluffy battered cod yesterday. Lovely.
Yeah, chip. There's nothing better than a bit of battered fish and chips. You can't beat it.
No,
Especially if it's
my
beef
fish and chip
after.
shop is
That's nice.
amazing, and they do a really nice curry sauce as well. So it was all good.
Yeah, I like. There's a couple of chippers around here now that do a lovely curry sauce, but most of them are rank. You know, when you don't get a nice curry sauce, it ruins it, doesn't it?
Well, the thing
Oh,
is,
and it's
the
too
curry
spicy.
sauce, and the tartar sauce works really well together as well.
Oh
So
no,
it's
no,
just
you're
like,
disgusting. Get away.
I love
Here's
tartar
that is
sauce.
bleeding. Cheryl with our combinations, for fuck's sake. Stop
No,
that.
you don't mix it together, but you dip your chips in the curry sauce, but you have
Right.
your tartar sauce on the fish, and it just
All right.
it
Well,
all just tastes really
explain it
nice.
better, man. The way you were saying, you put the both of them together.
No.
Well, I
Never
suppose
said
it does
that.
go down one hole and goes out another one. But you know, so I suppose I might find all these food.
Thank you.
Food
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, there he is.
Matron.
There you go. Neither bleeding.
Give us the
And then he's
finger
going to
again.
do it all. Watch.
Boof.
And then you do it. What was that? What was that mean? You don't go,
Pity. Here's a good scientific mind.
No.
Yeah, it's just like casually like, yeah. Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like reprogram his brain.
Yeah, we'll just reprogram. I know that's what we'll just reprogram him.
He's really creepy here.
But he's very clever here. He's right though, Instead of revealing all, let's see who our allies are. Let's see who our enemies are. And
Yeah, he's like 3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Like the sort of the thing we sort of say about the Doctor usually. That's what Davros is like.
That's why
I mean,
they're very good as arch enemies, because he's
that's it. Two
of a level.
smart men. When Davros is on his own, he's the smartest man in the room. When the Doctor then enters the room, you've got two of the smartest people in the universe in the same room, and they're more alike than they like to admit. Except obviously the Doctor uses his intelligence for good. For good.
It's like Frankenstein meets Hitler. A mad scientist and a fascist, Oh, Davros is flexible, guys. Maybe he's fluid as well.
You just imagine him flipping out of his chair now, don't you? Doing somersaults.
No way.
I'm all flexible. Okay. Woo. Fascinating. Yeah.
I could do it.
Here he goes.
No.
What mistakes do they make?
Well, tell me.
He's not happy.
Cheryl is saying after the stream, check out Teddy's new video.
No.
Okay. And we've got Real Super Doctor with us now.
Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Super Doctor.
Hey.
Hello.
What episode are you on?
4.
Episode 4, right? Sorry I couldn't make it. I was kind of... Well, I kind of had a
It's alright,
big
I was
day
late
today.
as well, mate.
I was late.
Well.
Yeah. So you're grand. You don't need to.
You're in good company.
You already
bad
got in
company.
contact with me anyway, so it's
I was
all
here on time.
good. One of the lads in the chat will give you a timestamp because if I start messing around with the PlayStation, I'll probably ruin where I
It's better
am.
someone else gives it because mine counts downwards, not
Listen,
upwards.
you might as well come in on the next part because this has like a minute left.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably
Oh,
coming
yeah.
on.
Is that episode 5?
Yeah, episode
that'll
5
be
next. Yeah.
Right,
next
okay
one.
then. Oh, I'll need to refresh this. So I'm getting a server error. Oh no.
Oh, the internet's been such a fun time for me, mate. So it must be just a universal thing.
It's the weather.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. The weather. I reckon there's a big meteor heading towards the Earth right now as we speak. Now they say it's gonna pass us, but I've got a funny feeling the reason why we're being all distracted down here is because it's going to impact, and we're all going to die. So
Yeah.
sorry to be the miserable bastard.
Hey, you sound like Rabbi.
For the day.
Rabbi in his
if
end
it
of
happens
days.
to dinosaurs, it will happen to us.
Yeah, but we've been around they were around millions of years longer than us. So I think that the odds are. Listen, it's very unlikely at all for an object that big with that amount of electrical charge within its system to actually hit the Earth. It will break up before it even reached the atmosphere.
Yeah, but it's the small
It's the small bits you need to worry about, but they are even those would break up. But it would cause localized problems.
Yeah.
I love the end of this.
Sonic booms and everything. That for us is he's really borderline insane in this.
I think he crossed the line.
Yeah,
He is
Demented.
He's cray.
He's crazy, just like
But
me.
you've got to remember as well, like nobody can challenge him in this like setup he's got. He's set it up that his scientists can't be challenged. Everybody who has doubts about him, he sort of maneuvers out the way or sort of trips them up. So he can be that power mad because he's got it almost.
Yeah.
He's consolidating it.
We got Michael in the chat. He says, TARDIS. I know Genesis of the Daleks was 6 episodes. This turned into a movie. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we try to kind of avoid the big long stories because I do get kind of.
No, you're saying that there's a film edit. There is a film edit where they squished all the episodes into one.
Oh, is that what he's talking about? Okay, yeah. I prefer to watch it episode by episode because if you don't want to watch the whole 6 parts, you can take a break at episode 3 and then pick it up.
And you've got the cliffhangers. I mean, it's,
So
that's what you want.
We're on 6 now.
And we got PD Rich now. PD was obviously helping Rabbi, and he also sent me a message to say he would be late. But we're on the 5th episode now, mate.
Number 5.
Right, so if you want to get it up, and
I beg your pardon?
in the chat
I'll
again.
watch any episode of this one. It's Genesis Daleks, my favourite serial.
Press 1, boys. Press 1.
Well, Peter, we're watching this because of me, because I haven't seen it until today.
Be interested to see if Charlotte changes the top 5 after this. We'll find out maybe.
Will Genesis feature now? Will it feature in our top 5? And where does it?
Find out at the end of the stream.
Find out at the end. Yeah, we've only got 2 episodes to go now, so we're nearly there. We've got ones in the chat, so I'll just wait for all my panelists to settle and get the next part ready. And then we're going to Queen is gonna.
Charlotte changed her mind.
I was gonna say after these bat titles.
Find out in the next episode.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, because I've seen that Batman, and for what it is, it's fun. It knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Which one? The
Adam West stuff.
Adam Wee Batman.
I used to love that as a kid. Just watch it religiously.
That's the thing. You just take it as like it's literally a cartoon, but in real life. That's how you need to view that show.
It's just fun.
Completely
The
off
60s surrealist kind of nonsense.
How? Bang.
Right, guys, if you could do us a favor and please press 1. And you already have the panel. Are you ready?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Queenie, you know what
Yep.
to do. Queenie,
So-
you know what to do.
5,
Yeah,
4,
yeah,
3,
yeah,
2,
yeah.
1, go.
Go.
No, I'm not going. I'm tough.
Too bad.
I'm walking out the door. Go. If my neighbours are listening, they're probably wondering what the fuck is going on in the Glen household.
They must think like every Saturday you have like the weirdest party or something.
Yeah.
Oh, someone thinks I should fall off a bridge.
We don't acknowledge our board. We
Enemy for every
don't
Dalek
acknowledge it. That's why it's on
Oh,
slow
that's
mode. So it's
sweet.
sorted out.
Why a bridge though? Not a tall building. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe a brick. Oh well, actually, you'd fall into the worst, so you wouldn't actually hurt yourself.
Oh, someone just got reported to Susan. I'm a Susan, so it's all right.
Well, listen, I've removed them. Just don't acknowledge anybody like that from now on. That's what we're doing. That's the new rule. We're not even acknowledging it now.
We're going to just let Mama Susan deal with them. She's going to do absolutely nothing. She probably is Davros. Very great Daleks.
Oh
That's
no,
what we
no.
need. That's who we
In
need
real
as a
life-
moderator in the chat. We need Davros. Hey.
No,
Davros.
let's be fair.
I think Davros needs a toothbrush. To be fair.
Yeah, he does.
No, but I was going to say, if we
Needs a
think of
manicure.
any social media that is like Davros, if we make a comparison, it's Twitter. It's not YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, they went over the score with Terry Malloy's Davros with the blackening
Yeah.
in his teeth.
Yeah, he had to drink like put his black goo in his mouth and slosh it around and spit it back
Yeah.
out again. Oh, that
You
must
can
have been
see it in
awful.
remembrance of the Daleks.
Yeah. He must be like, oh god, I do this every take.
Well, that's what actors say, isn't it? Like scenes with food, when you watch them, you don't realise how annoying and hard they are to film because you're just
Yeah.
like sick by the end of it.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, it was Wisher that had to kind of act with a paper bag over his head in
Oh, yeah.
rehearsals to kind of get used
This
to
one,
the
yeah.
actually wearing the latex mask. I could imagine what it would have been like under the latex mask and the conditions inside the studio. You've got the studio lights and that heat.
Just water is building up. Horror thing to Robert Llewellyn who plays Crichton. You just you
Yeah.
come full of water when you're doing that because he's got the hands and the head, just like Wisher had.
So there's something interesting about his kind of tunic. You see that Davros has got a kind of tunic. It actually comes from the story the monster of Peladon, Eckersley's costume. It gets kind of it's kind of made into that. So they've kind of basically recycled old costumes and all that.
Yeah, I've seen that comment. I want to take a screenshot of that.
I was.
That one. That particular comment, yeah? Just take
Yeah.
screenshots of them. Thank you.
Did you get that one? Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Just I've seen what they've done. They're very clever. So thanks for showing me now how to block that comments like that now. So I'll put Cheryl with a tree. No problem. I'll do that later on.
I like the idea how Terry Nation has inscribed the SS into this because you can see it with the eye symbolism on the collars, the embroidered
Big brother.
eye
Yeah.
symbolism. I think that's very clever. You know,
Do
he's
you
trying
think
to
that's where some of
incorporate.
the criticism would have came from SJW?
No.
Mary Whitehouse.
Yeah, that I call her
Oh, Mary
SJW.
Whitehouse. Oh, she didn't like that at all.
Yeah, of course she didn't.
Well,
As
yeah,
I
but
said-
if you just look at the uniforms for the, God, I forget what they're called. Khalids? No.
But well, they're the Khalids. They're the Khalid, the leaders, the Khalid elite.
Yeah. the elite. We're seeing a lot of that. It's kind of
Yeah.
like paralleling what's happening in today's society. The elites,
You see
you know,
Yeah.
that's what's so shocking about these classic Doctor Who's. I mean, they've got everything
Yeah.
spot on. I mean, even if you look at the likes of the Paradise Towers, Sylvester
Yeah.
McCoy kind of he pulls out a DVD disc, and the DVD discs haven't been out yet. Well, CDs had been out, but not DVD discs, and he plays it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, Doctor Who and Blake Seven are more
Yeah.
advanced for their time because Terry Nation's
Yeah.
imagination.
I know.
Oh, and Blake 7 is now available on American BritBox, I've heard. So
Wow.
that's good.
The club is happy. Yeah. And the bag he put over his head was one of Tom Baker's posh shirt bags. Nicked off Tom Baker. Oh, wish her. Don't get actions like him anymore. Or is this the speech?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is the speech
Yes,
now.
yes,
Yeah.
I would.
yeah.
I love this. Yes.
But you can sort of see here, like, his process, can't you, of Davros? It's like, oh yes, it's like having a life, and you can see him, like, almost come to his own scientific conclusion in real time.
Here we go.
And I think,
Oh.
Mm.
Welcome back, Michael.
Actually, the reality bomb is kind of like
And
you knew it was
It's,
kind
it's
of
the thing
same
with the
concept, isn't it?
fingers. It's the thing with the
Yeah.
fingers.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The reality bomb and what
Jeff
the doctor is
Bezos.
talking about here is the exact same thing because the reality bomb got rid of all life, everything in the
Yeah.
universe.
Apart from Dalek, yeah.
Yes, I would do it.
yeah, and it's like Suzuki's just said, you can see the Doctor's horror because he's like,
Yeah.
I was trying to get him to see different. I was trying to appeal to his better instincts,
Yeah.
and instead it's
Yeah.
appealed to his worst instincts, and it's given him
Yeah.
sort of a justification for the way he's acting.
He grabs his arm.
Yeah, why did you tell him that? like Davros.
Banging it with a hammer.
Good night, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Thanks for popping in.
Night,
Yeah, see
buddy.
you, Cinnamon.
Take care.
And hello to Lee.
Yeah, Lee is here. And he says, damn, I'm late.
You're not the only one, don't worry.
Now listen, you're
It's
not
been a
the only
theme.
Lee that just be fashionably late. So you're good. You're good.
As
Yeah.
in the late Arthur Dent, sort of a threat, you see. Not very good with them.
It's grand. Everybody told me you were
4
gonna be
people on
late.
this panel were late.
Yeah. The only one that was on time and punctual was Alpha.
Yeah.
And he hasn't said a word all night. How are you doing, Alpha? You still
He
there?
has.
Yep. You haven't been listening, I guess.
I've been watching the bleeding episode. I haven't heard anything you've really said since the first episode.
I'm never going to go on a stream with Alpha and he gets drunk. Never. It'll be home troops all night.
No, Alpha doesn't need to be drunk to do that. Alpha can just do that sober.
I'm
We're on
sober.
episode 5, Lee.
Like a
We're on
roast.
episode 5. Episode 5. Yes, and you'll still be defeated, Davros.
I love he goes into a sort of very deep whisper there. I love that. I love that about Wishes Davros.
I think Wisher is the ultimate Davros. I mean,
Yeah.
he can show that he is clever, he's cunning, and he's demented, and he's completely intelligent, an intelligent scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, Malloy was a bit too mad scientist, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's a bit more calculated. It's far more calculated.
But I've noticed that as a pattern. It's like when a villain first appears on Who, they're cold and calculating, and like the more appearances they get, the more crazy they seem to get.
Yeah.
Like the Master, Davros. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's the same person, Cinnamon. That's their MO. Lee on the panel will know who exactly that is. They do that. That's their thing. That's what they do. He's been picked on Twitter now. He is, because he's here in the chat and he's been on the panel.
well, just let people know, Lee, and it will get sorted. Sorry, Cinnamon, and it will get sorted.
That's it. Just report it.
Yeah.
And tell either Noel or somebody here, and it will get sorted. Message them privately after the stream.
Yeah. Because originally they wanted like young children and teenagers fighting the war.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been even more horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got told no.
Well, they sort of have a bit of that with the general, because they have the line, don't they?
Yeah.
Like younger generals. So it is that
Yeah.
hint of, like you said, because
Yeah.
of how long it's been going on, it's been younger and younger people fighting.
Yeah.
It's because the Davros had to create another kind of tactic against the Thals, and that's what he basically came up with, is the idea of the Dalek.
Yeah.
Basically kind of mirroring his subconsciousness and his very well-being, and his chair. You can see it's all in the eye. It's all incorporated into his creations.
Yeah.
The only thing that you could do is report them. I mean, if you want to send us a DM at the name of the account, and we'll see if there's anything on the account that's reportable. But that's the only thing we can actually do.
Twitter is a war zone. It's like Scarrow.
Nope, the doctor's going to keep going. Right, yeah, right, lads. Just, oh, can we not just have one day, Just one.
No. It gets worse probably through the summer holidays. Wonder why.
Right, my internet's still working. I just need to switch onto my other device because I wasn't planning to be on the Kindle. So
no problem.
I will be back in a couple of minutes, folks.
No problem, no.
I think I got a lot of the inspiration from 1984 for this.
Yeah.
All the pictures
Well,
of the
that's
eyes
exactly
on the uniform.
basically what the Daleks are. They're kind of a big brother kind of machine.
Yeah. God,
Look, I don't want that crap in me chat, man.
Still having problems with the chat. Ah, jeez.
Cinnamon, block him.
No, but I don't want. I said send a DM. I don't want that. I don't want any whatever's going on to be in me chat. So yeah, I'm deleting your message because I don't want you mentioning any trolls on me chat, because then they'll come and target me. So if you need to tell me this stuff, send me a DM on Twitter.
Do it by DM. Do it behind the scenes.
Exactly. Don't be doing it in me chat.
It's nothing personal.
Oh, for God's sake, fuck off, man.
No, he's not. Is that Cinnamon? Is that someone? Teddy B.
I
Cinnamon.
don't care who it is, they're gone. I'm not having that shit.
I don't think that's Cinnamon.
I don't care who it is. I'm not having that shit in the chat.
Rim of Trinity B Cinnamon.
I hear you, neither.
Yeah, I think Disaster is right.
Yeah, actually, because Cinnamon said good night.
Yeah,
Actually.
he's gone.
So he's gone. So that was a troll. They're gone anyway.
Yeah.
I thought for a second there, Davros, the Noida was gonna kind of, okay, this has gone too far.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. He's sort of that's the scary thing about Nida. He just seems to be completely okay with everything that Davros does. There's like no moments of.
Can I just say, imagine being that boring in your life that you have to spend hours upon hours trying to invent new ways to be an arsehole. That's it, you know, like, seriously,
Definitely
get a hobby.
Davros' MO, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, right?
Well, in
How
fairness,
can I be an asshole
you
today?
expect that behavior from Davros and you expect
Yeah.
it from the Daleks, but neither you would actually think that he would have some sort of moral compass, but he doesn't.
Wonder who's the giver and taker in his and Davros' relationship.
Oh, PD, don't.
Now.
I always think that when I see Nida and Davros.
I don't know why you think that. Really don't.
There's the camouflage combat, so I was right. See?
Yeah.
You knew. See, that's the thing. You know, I've seen it so many times that I just knew
it's just sort of,
changed.
yeah.
I just couldn't speak in the episode, but I definitely knew she changed in this episode
Yeah.
because it's the next episode.
Oh yeah, Sarah's combats. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't the next episode isn't it the Cybermen one?
Yeah, so she's running around in car-led combats. Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit much, Sarah J. After what happened. Yeah, I think Wisher was a brilliant
Yeah.
Davros. It's a shame he didn't come back.
But I didn't like the Magician's Apprentice for one reason and one reason only is because they went back to Davros as a child, and
Yeah.
because it just does not fit in with Genesis of the Daleks whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. Kind of, I liked the episode. I liked the Doctor in the episode. I thought the Doctor was bloody brilliant in the episode.
Yeah.
I have to say, I love this slow mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, why is it? I'm talking to the wall now at this stage. Don't be reacting to anybody in the chat. It's on slow mode. If one happens to appear in the chat, it will be dealt with.
We'll handle it. That's what we're trained for.
And now he has the bombs.
Yeah. See the way he taps. I mean, that's really creepy.
Yeah.
Demented.
Mm.
I mean, this Davros really scared me when I first saw him.
Yeah.
Well, I was terrified of the one from Destiny, even though it wasn't Michael Wisher, but I think I was more terrified of Tom at the time.
Yeah.
It was thanks
See-
to
see
Romano
when-
that I learned to trust him.
See, when Tom found him, all covered in cobwebs,
Yeah.
and he kind of wriggled his fingers like that. I mean, that was
Yeah.
the scariest thing. And then they had the scream, and it was like a kind of cliffhanger on that for the next episode. I mean, I was terrified of that as well. I always remembered that my heart used to be racing when watching these episodes because it was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, because wasn't Davros crippled by a full bombing?
Yeah, it was supposed to be an accident. I think a part of the body became crippled, and he lost the sight of his eyes and lost the sight of one arm, and he was crippled, and basically that he was blind and he couldn't see, and the only way that they could eventually make him see is have this artificial eye fitted into his forehead. It was a kind of camera, like a camera lens, and you can see the wires going into it and going into his brain, and that it gives him the sight to kind of see. You can see it fitted onto the back of his head, and the metal head pieces. I think they're kind of sensors.
Yeah, artificial eye.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of like he's his own experiment, isn't it? Like he's done his own sort of changes to try
Building
and
himself.
yeah.
And that's why he's
That's like-
incorporated into the Daleks.
I say that's why I like that thing in New Who when he shows that it's bits of his body he's used to rebuild them, because that would make sense for Davros. He would do that.
I love the way he comes out with the bleeding Dalek on him.
Yeah, it's just some stuff he
holding
grabbed
it
off
to
the
his
set and wrapped around his neck. He said in an interview. He said he actually traumatized children by doing that, and he regrets it.
It was Tom Baker's idea to do that.
Yeah, he just grabbed it off the set.
And it was like they put the closing credits onto that, and the screaming that, and it was absolutely terrifying and effective.
Yeah,
I mean,
just grabbed the
these things were really scary.
Yeah.
And I think coming up is when Tom Baker's trying to disable the rocket later on, and he's electrocuted. I mean,
no, we already done that.
Oh, you already done that? I mean, that was really scary as well.
We're on the last episode now.
Yeah, we're on episode 6.
And Mary Whitehouse didn't like that scene.
Yeah, well, she never
made
liked
quite
that.
a fuss. She made quite a fuss about that scene.
Yeah, but she didn't like that, and she was a miserable elba.
No, I know.
She didn't like anything that was.
It's quite loud.
Proper headmistress, wasn't she?
Written by Terry Nation.
Yeah, perfect hinge though.
I didn't click mine was starting already. Yeah, stop.
Oh, yeah, mine started already as well. Hold on, back. Right, press 1 in the chat, please, guys.
I didn't even notice. I was just like,
oh no, neither did I, man, because I'm looking at the chat because there's still. Look, guys, I'm just going to say this one last time, right? Don't be reacting. Okay, don't react to them. That's what they want. That's why they keep coming back. So don't react. I don't care if you have the IP address. Do whatever you want with it. Right? Don't be reacting. That's it. The next person that reacts is getting removed, or the comment is getting removed. And if it happens again, they're getting removed completely. I don't want anybody reacting to this. right? Because I've seen the horrible messages. Don't need to react. We're here to watch Doctor Who. Yeah, was everybody in the chat ready as I asked? Please press 1, because I'm getting annoyed now.
I've seen a few. I'm trying to see if there's any more.
I don't care. I don't want you to react. It's my channel. I'm asking you not to react. So I'm removing your comment because I said I don't want anybody to react. There's like, it's not a hard thing to do. I'm sick of this. This is why I said earlier on when someone came in, keeps calling people J-bot losers. This is the result, right? This is what happens, right? So stop.
I can
So
hear
I can hear
Doctor Who
someone's
music.
music in the background. Someone needs to turn down, and I'm actually serious now because every time I do a classic stream, I'm getting limited, man. And it's on, and you know what I mean? It's not bleeding fair.
I'm paused at the moment. I've got nothing playing.
Yeah, I'm paused, and I've got both
I'm paused.
everything on my laptop muted. So
Then paused.
Right, are we ready to go? Yeah.
Yep, I am.
Right.
Yep.
Lee,
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah.
You were a bit hesitant there. Just want to make sure you have it ready. Are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. Everybody's ready. Right. Go ahead.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Dun-dun-dun-dum, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Imagine you're a kid in 1975 and sitting there watching this.
Yeah, man. I say, look, obviously, I wasn't born when this story was out, but I remember watching it then, as I said, because they repeated a lot of Tom Baker when I was growing up. But I remember watching this for the first time as well, being scared shitless, man. This scene is deadly, though. I don't care about the kids. Well done, Tom. Good move.
Yeah. There's Tom Baker putting people behind the sofas. Kids behind the sofas since 1976.
And this is the most amazing scene coming up here in speech from Tom and Liz.
Yeah, does he have the right speech?
Yeah.
It is an interesting.
Yeah, but earlier he had no problem setting everything up. He said, I got to destroy the Daleks.
See, that's what I mean. He can see both sides of this, right? What it would be like without them and what it is like with them. Yeah, he referenced Hitler there, ruthless dictator that destroyed, that killed millions, you know?
Yeah, and it's interesting having Sarah, who's obviously got a history with the Daleks.
Yeah.
To sort of no, you have to do it sort of side of the argument.
I thought now when I first seen it, when I first watched, I thought Sarah was actually going to push his hands together because she was so
make him do it.
He should do it.
Yeah.
She's right though. Exactly. That's the 2020. You know, that's the conundrum he's in.
But the Time Lords, I don't think the Time Lords wanted them to go back and kill them. I think the Time Lords wanted to affect their genetic, the Doctor to affect their genetic development, so they evolved into less aggressive creatures.
But He doesn't destroy them anyway, though. If I remember,
No.
he puts the wires down, and a Dalek moves across the wires and sets it off
Yeah.
They destroy themselves.
because they're idiots.
Yeah. Like all complete fascists, they're complete idiots.
Well, it's just that they lack the anger, don't they? Consume them, and that's what's always going
Lost
to
Alpha.
make the Daleks always lose whatever battle that they're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody is here. You're about to get massacred. Get out of there. Can't believe they all fell for it. Like, the guy is crazy. They know he's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could support this lunatic, but and listen to him and make agreements with him. I mean, he's completely insane and demented, and it's just there's just no way of coexisting
Yeah.
with what is about to come with
Yeah,
these
but
Daleks.
But that's
Yeah,
the
but it
problem
happens. It
of
happens in
him.
real life. You know, Hitler, Saddam Hussein, Mao.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
but-
said Davros is Jeff Bezos.
No, but
Fauci.
if you think of what he's doing in the speech, he's saying, yes, you might not agree with what I'm doing, but it's for the betterment of us all. And that's his clincher. He's not saying it's good what he's doing, the actual method and what it is. He's saying, look at the end result. And I think a lot of people, if you try and phrase stuff that way, they'll agree to things more readily.
Well, he clearly, you know, they've been at war all their lives. You know, it's generations of war, and he's promising to end all war. You know, and that
Yeah. Very enticing, you know.
And to make them win. You know, that's
Exactly.
But he's obviously just become ever more twisted and crazy, and egomaniacal. You know?
Yeah. Become worse than the enemy.
It's really what happened to Davros with the accident and what happened to him, and you know it's gave him some kind of trauma, you know, that's made him like this.
Oh, I think it's just many issues. It's a compelling character, you know. You want to know more, and you don't want to see more. You know, you just want it to be sort of left, to the imagination.
And then that's why I don't like Moffat for what he did in the Witches Familiar as well.
Yeah, I said earlier that I put that down to a perception filter to trick the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. This is how you have to work it around. You know,
Headcanon, Lee. Headcanon. It's a lovely.
Yeah.
We've got to find a time ring. We got to find the time ring. That's a show in itself.
The time ring.
Yeah.
One ring rules them all.
One ring to rim them all.
I really love when the Daleks are coming down the corridors like this. I mean, they are really menacing in the darkness.
I like the
and
shot,
all that.
the lone Dalek above the when Sarah's not Sarah, I think it was the other girl hiding, and you see like upwards, and you can see this Dalek over the trench.
Yeah. I think that's on the pocket.
Quite an
book,
unusual view because you don't usually see them sort of from underneath so much.
Flip.
Does all these
thingy
little
book,
switches.
Look at the fingernails as well.
The rubbery fingernails.
So I said he needs a manicure.
Yeah. Should use fairy washing up liquid. Kind of on his hands. Too much bleach.
Julian Bleach.
Yeah. Very good.
It all links. It all links.
Let's go.
And then Davros says about that heart that I gave you, that you would turn that heart against me.
Yeah, brilliant line.
Lee says this has to be the most repeated story of the classic era. I would have to agree. That and Pyramids of Mars, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The City of Death, maybe as well.
Yeah, City of Death. Yeah,
I'd say Caves as well. I think Caves
yeah,
is
actually,
one of those.
Yeah.
I think Terry Nation done well when he created this story. I mean, from his previous attempt at the beginning with the Daleks with William Hartnell, and referred to the earliest Daleks as Dals. So I expected the Dals became the Khalids, and the Khalids became the Daleks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Dolls were just. Did Terry Nation actually say the Dolls in the original? Or did it say Carlids in the original?
Dolls.
I said Dolls.
Yeah.
DULLS.
Yeah,
and that's Ricky Six said that's what they were described as.
Yeah, I thought it was just in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of an alternate universe anyway, but I don't know. I'd have to watch the original again, the Daleks. I think you're right, though. I think he did say the Dolls.
Yes.
David Rayner says,
and they were kind of warriors.
Well.
Yeah. It's in the box set of the free. Yeah.
I'm actually getting a bit tired now.
We're nearly at the end.
Yes.
Oh no, I've enjoyed
Hang
it.
on.
I've enjoyed it. This
I'm
one,
knackered.
every part means something. So
yeah.
But there she is. Look at our combatties. There you go.
Yeah.
Do you like those or something, or?
No, I just knew she changed well.
Well, wherever she come from.
It's not a bad view, let's just say.
See the obsession about the eye and the lightning bolt through it. I mean,
very using very striking propaganda images, that are all related to ancient archetypes.
Yeah, Stuart actually says, I have this story on vinyl. Found it at a car boot sale many moons ago.
I used to have the double cassette.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I used to play it constantly. I used to make little tape edits, like cut them up and make little joke sketches, like when he's doing his big speech about, not being destroyed, and then he just blows up and stuff like that. Just
but I used to do
the theme tune by editing it all together on tape. Yeah, that was fun.
What I used to do, I used to get my tape recorder and I put it to the television. Back in the days that you didn't have smartphones and all that toolkit. I used to. What I did was I had my Walkman, and I used to tape. I had taped them from the television. I'd put the microphone to the television, and I used to kind of tape all the episodes, and I would play them back, listening them through my Walkman.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, Lee had the cassettes as well. He says Lee Halford says he had the BBC cassette.
Yeah,
I used to tape off the TV on the VHS cassettes. I still have like 8 years of X-Files on cassette from years
I used
back.
to record so much TV, and I had to get rid of all of those tapes. God only knows what I've thrown away, but I think I saved some. I don't know what.
I got rid of a lot of different stuff, but I still
tons and tons of Prisoner Subblock H, the musical.
Unknown just said the new Teddy video is cute and his bottle. All right, so it's already up, is it?
Oh, bless him.
I haven't seen it myself because Cheryl's been in the room with Ted because he's been very uneasy because there's been a lot of activity over the weekend. We had a match outside last week. There was a couple of kids running riot, and there was a couple of fireworks set off as well. So the poor little fella is.
Watch how he builds and pitch here.
Yeah.
And on and on and on. That was one of my edits.
30 years.
One flick of the switch in his chair.
Yous are gone. Yous are about to be.
Stormtroopers.
Oh, I mean, I was really scared of this scene. Every time he
Yeah.
would say exterminate.
He just killed them all.
Yeah.
Fireworks should be banned. I
Not in
agree.
his face.
Yeah.
I think Nider was getting off on it.
Of
No,
course he
Nida's,
is.
Nida's probably thinking in the back of his head, like, that's going to be me next, probably.
It looked like he was
I don't
enjoying it.
think so, because I think neither would stay loyal to Davros right until the end, even if.
A true believer. You know.
Yeah.
Everyone's got one. You know, all these cult leaders.
Number one lackey.
Lickspittle.
Oh,
Thank you.
Joe Biden has sent 5,000 troops into Afghanistan.
I thought
Oh
they
well,
were
there's
ignoring.
that took longer than I expected.
Yeah, same here. But apparently it's been shitty over there. So, and American citizens are over there. So you know he says.
Yeah. That's the party
Put your
line. What's
troops
the
in, your
truth?
troops out, in, out. You shake them all about.
Shake it all about.
Do the hokey pokey.
Every time the Democrats
There.
go in, it's war in Afghanistan.
They're
or
war
Iraq.
hawks.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna blow it up this time, Doctor? Good man. Good man.
And for all the stuff about Trump being this, that, and the other, at least in
Yeah.
those 4 years, there was no major war.
Yeah.
No,
Or new
nice and
wars.
quiet for once.
Yeah.
But look, this is brilliant.
They had to get a load of Daleks built for this, didn't they?
I think I'm going to drop out again.
What was that Planet? They had to reuse a load from Planet, didn't they? So
I mean, they are the original Daleks that appeared in the 1963 serial, The
Yeah.
Dead Planet. I mean, they're
Yeah.
completely revamped and reused.
Yeah.
But I think
I
the ones in
mean,
the background
they
were
never-
used from Planet.
They never spent any expense in creating new Daleks, except if they created ones for blowing up, like in,
Yeah, or static background Daleks.
yeah,
You made
or
a spare parts
Destiny
for
of the
static.
Daleks.
That's
Disco Dalek.
I thought they had some extra crate for Planet.
I love the fact it was like, I can't do this, you know, I'll be as bad as them. It's like, oh, fuck it, I'll do it then. And it's like, oh, well, it's out of my hands.
Well, after he said Davros just wipe all of them out.
Yeah, it's last
Yeah.
resort. It's utterly
I
last
think
resort.
he knows now, even though he kind of suspected that Davros is, you know, he's not going to change his mind. He's irredeemable now. He's not redeemable right now. So, like, he says,
Yeah.
fuck him.
And I think you've got to remember this is their first meeting. Obviously, in future, he's never going to give Davros the chance really to do anything like that again. But here he's still sort of trying to understand, I think, Davros, and trying to sort of get a read off him.
They had
So he's going to
7
be more
Goon
sympathetic
Daleks created for
towards him.
Planet of Daleks. They had 3 originals. They called them Goon Daleks.
Oh, this is it now, isn't it?
See the studio feed.
Yeah. I obey. I love the Dalek voices in this
Yeah.
one.
Super Doctor in the private chat. There's a good website on what's been reused and what's not reused for the Dalek props.
Unknown 29, don't even want to think about it.
I mean, it's quite obvious to me that they completely reuse things over and over again.
Oh God, this show's famous for that.
He
Yeah.
appeared with a purple wig and lipstick. I am now a woman.
He'll come back as Dav Red, who have a sex change.
Damn right, yeah. Oh dear.
Maybe
At least
neither
it didn't
didn't
scream
really
like
die.
a bitch. It didn't scream like a bitch, Snyder.
No, he didn't. He took his death well.
None of this dramatic.
No
Student turns
theatre
on the
deaths.
master.
No theatre school deaths where it's like, I have to be most dramatic as possible.
They lie down. They kind of lift their leg up and twitch it a little bit. And
Yeah. Starts drooling. Void spouse. You've gone too far.
not you. I.
It's like blow up time.
I, Davros.
One problem he made the Daleks was completely illogical, and now they've turned against him.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, this.
Show him the back of your chair, Davros.
Good old,
Hello.
good old Rob Skelton.
Yeah, we got the good old Dalek speech. We obey no one. Coming up. We obey no one. We are the supreme beings.
I like Tom's costume in this. The hat,
Yeah.
the brown hat, and the big coat, the brown coat, and
Yeah.
the
I
multicolour
don't
scarf.
like that coat. It's too big. I like his frock coats in the later
Yeah.
stories,
Yeah.
later season.
Tell you what,
The
it's
City
so
of Death one
weird.
is my favourite.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so weird for me. I'm used to Daleks having really big like ear things, and they're so small in this. That's what I noticed when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Davros just screwed up.
I think the Daleks work better with bigger lights.
There we go. Love that speech.
A little slow on the button there. But
Well, love, you finally got to blow them up. You've been wanting to do it for the whole episode.
man, there comes. Place at the red brain of the universe.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it should have ended, though.
Yeah.
Bye, Mutos.
Yeah.
Let's spin around a circle.
Failed. No.
Voiceover.
I know the Daleks will create havoc and destruction for millions of years. But I know there'll come something good.
Well, it's very phase, wasn't it? That kind of flanged scream.
Right, we're going to get Charlotte to give her review because it's coming up to 10 o'clock. So, Charlotte, if you want to go ahead and tell us what your thoughts were about this story, and then obviously, of course, give us your rating and let us know if it features in your Tom Baker top 5 now stories. So, go ahead.
Well, going in, like I said on that stream, this is like the famous Doctor Who story that everybody knows. So I was a bit like scared watching it because I was like, if I'm not going to get into this, I'm going to feel really bad. But I understand now why it's so loved, because it understands so many different themes. I think that's what impressed me. You had the sort of war themes, you had the idea of humanity and like what war turns humanity or sort of what it turns each side into. Like I said, neither side is really good in this. They're just different shades of bad. And you can't really fully root for one, which is quite an interesting thing because in so much media, you're used to having a side you root for. And in here, you can't really do that. And Davros, I do agree. I think this is probably one of his best outings because you don't know about his backstory. You sort of just see little hints of it, or it's not even mentioned. And like I said, he's such a manipulator in this. That's what I quite like. He knows how to play people, how to use people. And it's like, that's such an interesting sort of way to go for a villain as well. That he's not like this physical sort of powerhouse. He's clever, he's scientific, he's manipulative. And like you said, Tom having that decision, and the sort of doctor also just the beginning, like he's basically been forced into this. This wasn't his like adventure. The Time Lords made him do this, so he's sort of reluctant from the beginning, and then have that choice. It is like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So it's very interesting. So yeah, I'll give this a 10, and it will be my top 5 now, but I can't tell you where. It's in my top 5 now.
Well, that's fair enough. That's spot on. It is a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. Listen, the whole speech, do I have the right? That's one of the most fascinating. The conversation that the doctor has with Davros, for example, about the virus, like would you release it, and like, you know, the whole morality of the whole thing, and you could tell that, and then as Charlotte had said, you know, you could tell how shocked the doctor is when he actually says, yeah, he would do it, he would use it. But it's a 10. Look, we spoke about this story before on this channel. You all know how I feel about it. It's up there as one of the greatest stories. Of course, we did get the greatest in Heaven Sent, I'm not going to lie, but this is definitely probably Davros's best and the Daleks' best story, I think. I don't think any other Dalek story has actually come close to this. Maybe Dalek in Christopher Eccleston's season, but
maybe the Daleks, but that's about it.
But that's
First one.
So it's a 10 out of 10 for me. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Lee.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can you say on such a classic story and condense it into a pithy statement about the obvious? You know, it's a classic for a reason. It's a love treasure for a reason. It's a tour de force. Great characters, great story. Davros is just, you know, such a unique creation, and thanks to Terry Nation's vision, and then whoever designed his look, you know, I mean, it was compelling for a villain. Such a striking archetypal evilness, you know. It's just one of the all-time greats. Agree. Sorry,
Raymond Cusack designed the original Daleks.
Thank you. And it's one of those stories that, you know, I think it's so strong that you know, even outside of it being a Doctor Who story, I think it's just a great story, you know, in its own right. Lots of fond memories of this. Of course, I was lucky enough to meet Michael Wisher when I was a kid, and you know, the memories of, you know, having the BBC tape and then doing tape to tape and doing edits and stuff like that. I have a fond connection to it. So yeah, it's got to be a 9.9999999999999 out of 10, because I'll deduct it that tiny 9.9 thing because the way they treated Sarah at the start. I just forgot that she wasn't there. That's the only flaw in this whole thing.
Right. Well, what I'll do is, before we get to the other two panelists, I just want to read out some of the scores there. So Michael gives it a 10 out of 10. Unknown gives it a 9.5 out of 10. Stuart gives it a 12 out of 10. Disaster Area 9.5. Lee Halford 10. David Rayner 10. Chris Persia gives it a 9 out of 10. Thank you, guys, and we will go to Super Doctor next.
And unknown to 8 Nices, actually, maybe I prefer resolution or revolution or wink face. Yeah, get out. Joke or no joke, get out.
I think this has to be one of the best in episodes of Doctor Who that is ever made. I mean, it's all detail and all concepts, all interesting concepts, all put together, and it's put together nicely. You have the Davros, who is a mad scientist. He's a genius, and it was a result of a kind of probably experimental accident that kind of left him blind and crippled with the loss of his arms and legs and eyes, and basically that's kind of made him quite a disturbed being that can only see himself as better than everybody else, kind of sort of thing, and that because of the result of his accident, that kind of made him this demented, manipulative, and cunning person that wanted so much power that the only way that he could have all this power, that he could help to win a war, is to create his creations. And basically he had incorporated all the details and his disability and into this machine, this killer machine, and gave it all the traits and made it a purely logical killing machine that was based upon hatred of anything that was different. Now, throughout this story, you can see it with the Mutos and the way they are treated by the Khalids. And the Khalids despise the Mutos because they believe that the Mutos are horrible and mutated and should be banished to the wastelands, and that's where they kind of live.
The Daleks.
Compared to the Daleks, but the Daleks have become this gross hatred. A creature is described as a creature of hate that's torment and some sort of torment inside that machine, and it can only think of killing and destruction and that, and it's a purely vile creation. That the Doctor is the opposite of that. The Doctor is pro-life. He's about peace, and he's making peace and all that, and protecting the underdog, as it were, and saving planets and all that. And basically this creature is all the opposite, and the Doctor's trying to do what the Time Lords have told him to do, because they've tried in the past that the Doctor has been quite reluctant in doing what the Time Lords tell him to do. So, but it realizes that this is quite important for the Doctor, because the Doctor's dealt with these monsters before in his lifetimes. But
what would you give it? 10?
Yes, I give it a 10 out of 10 for its creativity and its the talent of Terry Nation.
Do you know what makes me sad about this? What makes me sad is that I wish I'd been born 5 years earlier. Because I would have been 5 when this would have come out. If I would have been 5, if I was born 5, and I think that would have been so perfect. I would have been, and I would have enjoyed Tom a lot more first time around. Even though I loved him when I saw him, obviously, I mean, I was hooked.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to enjoy him for as long as someone who got to see that at the similar age that I was when I saw Destiny. I just imagine if I was able to watch from this point, from Genesis onwards, I think I would have been absolutely gobsmacked. God only knows what effect that would have had on me then.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'll say this did traumatise a lot of kids back in the day.
Oh yeah,
and that was the fun of it. It felt kind of adult. You felt like you were being let into a secret. It was
exactly. Yeah. They don't make it like that anymore. Even in New Who, it's not as.
It's too comical now. It's too jerky and
pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I much prefer the mix of Tom.
Alvin. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
You rang, my lord.
Even though I was kind of goofing around, talking about the crazy clams and stuff today. It still is one of my favorites. Check out on my channel. My top 5 Tom Baker stories. I go into more detail what I like about this particular episode. It's a good story, good acting. Tom's fantastic in this, and Michael Wisher is the best Davros, in my opinion. I give it a 10 out of 10 for this one.
Wow, it seems to be a clean sweep across the board. Thinking gives a 10 out of 10 as well. And finally, PD.
And Dave gave it a 10 as well.
And Dave, you gave it a 10 out of 10 as well. PD, go ahead.
This is one of those really good Doctor Who stories where you could take the Doctor out, you could change the Daleks into something else, change Davros into a mad scientist, put it in like some kind of post-war World War III environment, and have the Doctor and everyone as agents, and it would still work.
Yeah, it's the song of a good story. That's what I said earlier on. Yeah, it's not only just a good Doctor Who story; it's a good story.
Yeah.
Generally, it's a stereotypically good story.
Yeah.
Can't fault it. It's
Definitive. Yeah.
The only thing I ever fault is a little tiny nitpick. Like, I wish they used the classic Daleks. They redressed the Daleks to like classic ones.
Yeah.
Well, I tend to think the early Daleks that we see in the 1960s as an evolved version, so they're further down along the line.
Maybe,
it's the whole radiators, it's the whole solar panel things on the side that kind of that's just me nitpicking. But yeah, it's one of the best Doctor Who stories. It scared the living daylights out of me when I was a kid.
So a 10 out of 10 for you as well?
Yeah, absolute 10 out of 10. It's not, DVD's right to put #1 episode on it. It is
there you go. We've gotten a lot of 9.5s, one 9.8, and lots of 10s.
I'm a 9.9999.
And we don't normally get, and Lee, because it has to be awkward.
Well, because nothing's perfect. There's always room for improvement. I mean, I very rarely give it 10, even for
Lee only kills 99.9% of germs.
That's it.
Right. Charlotte, because I know that's why I was kind of moving everybody along, because I'm looking at the clock here and I know you've only got 4 minutes left. So if you would like to let us know what you have up and coming on yourself and Daniel's channel.
Yeah, so on Thursday we're back to our line of duty. And then the week afterwards, Daniel's doing a wrestling stream with Sean. Hopefully that manages to all come together. So he's really looking forward to that. So those are the 2 things on mine and Daniel's. And I pop up here and I pop up on the Facebook.
Fantastic. And keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great, by the way. Yeah. And thanks for coming on. And listen, I hope you had a good day as well today.
I know I did.
And we'll see you're joining us for New Who tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't got anything on, so I can
do fantastic. I
beg your pardon. Go and put some clothes on immediately.
It's your favourite Doctor anyway. Nice to meet you, cheeky sodja. Go on, get yourself out of here and do what you do, and I'll talk to you soon.
I'm yawning. I was trying to hide it. So good night, everybody.
I'm
We'll go around the panel there. So, Super Doctor, if you'd like to let everybody know what you've.
Skipping me, are you? Right.
No, I'm leaving you to last because you're.
Okay.
Because you're the queen. We saved the best to last.
Oh,
right?
Quite right.
Yeah. So, Real Super Doctor, go ahead.
I've got a channel under Real Super Doctor on YouTube, and I've got a Twitter account under Real Super Doctor as well.
There you go. Fantastic. Alpha.
Yeah, I put up my top 5 Tom Baker episodes. I've also put up a little, not very long thing about talking about how I first got into Doctor Who, my story with that. I'm working on getting the Farscape thing together with Lee.
Yes, it's going to happen. It's going
to happen sometime, and I'm starting work on prepping for Faulty Towers reviews.
Yes.
And I think Nolan, maybe a couple other people will be joining for that.
Definitely.
I'll tell you on board for that.
You haven't even done the Farscape ones yet.
Get wrecked. Right.
Roy, you get
Roy,
wrecked.
Ready
Roy,
to do the
you
fast
get wrecked,
one
Roy.
first.
You start doing the fire escape ones first, and then you can come on to the fucking Faulty
Roy.
Towers ones. Right?
Roy.
Yeah, he
Roy.
started with the Peacekeeper Wars. He'll start with the Peacekeeper Wars.
Yeah,
Roy.
I know. I have to be honest. When Lee gave me his BritBox, that was the first thing I watched on BritBox was Faulty Towers and Only Fools and Horses. So I'm grateful for that because it was a long time since I seen Faulty Towers.
I love it. I wish I could do
Oh God,
comedy
how
like that
funny that show
today.
actually was, though. That show was so hilarious, man. I mean,
I even had it on again audio cassette when I was and I think even there was a little MP3 player which only had episodes of audio 40 Towers on it, so you had like little MP3 player with the sticker of 40 Towers and the headphones. It was great.
And by the way, it's Uncle Alpha's channel. We're only messing. It's Alpha Omega. He was nicknamed Uncle Alpha last night.
I was.
Yeah, you were nicknamed.
News to him.
Remember?
Okay. Well, anyway, good news from our good friend Rabbi. He says if he gets his Indiegogo campaign to $10,000 US, he will give everyone who's contributed to the campaign every single perk.
Ooh.
That's the next stage. We can get to 10,000. He will give everyone everything. So yeah, I was over earlier. We had Rabbi. We had guests on. That was good time. Yeah. Plugging into GoGo. And I'm normally over there on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays with Rabbi. So come and join me over there.
Absolutely fantastic. And you know where to catch me. So I'll hand you straight over to our second queen, Lee.
Second now, is it? Right.
Yeah, well, Charlotte is the
Yeah. Night Charlotte. Don't let your ears burn. What was I going to say? I was on Dan's channel earlier, the Spacebook, having a chat with him and Mega Geek. That's why I was late. I was so absolutely shattered after rushing this bloody thing that I was doing, and only for it not to work over there. So never mind, But yes, it will be ready tomorrow. I just need to tidy up a few things. It's basically we've hinted at it earlier in the week before with the logo that I showed people on this channel. Well, it's now a full-blown thing.
Wow.
With music, and it's all for the Sheen campaign, the hashtag Sheen for 14. I've been tearing my hair out because I basically had to do the music for it in 2 days. And it was bloody hard going, really. And yesterday I was tearing my hair out. I barely got anywhere at all with it, and I spent hours on it. It was just an absolute nightmare. Today it sort of fell together somehow, so I've still got a few issues I need to fix with it, but it's there pretty much. And whoever remains backstage for this will get a sneak preview of it. And it will be out some point tomorrow evening, afternoon, I don't know yet. So watch out for it on Twitter and YouTube. I will be putting the title sequence.
I seen what he did there now. See that? He says if you stay backstage, you get a sneak preview. He knows what he's doing, but I wanted to get off, but now I have to stay now to see this sneak preview because if everybody sees it before me, I'll be going mad. So I have to see it first. So, right, we're going to leave it there now because I want to see this fucking thing now. So, listen now, all joking aside, I just want to, again, thank Lee. Lee has gone way beyond for this campaign, and I appreciate it. And, he does have a different view, but as he said, there's nothing to lose here. So, again, I'll make one final plea to people out there. You've nothing to lose. If some of you believe the show was dead, or as Lee said, he does believe it's R.I.P. Doctor Who, but he's still getting behind it because logically there's nothing to lose. So I'd ask you to put your personal feelings aside and please get behind this because, as I said, there is nothing to lose, and we can make a real impact, and I do believe that. I really do. I'm not trying to get people's hopes up. I'm not saying he's going to be the Doctor. I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying that I know that BBC are going to change direction. But if you look at the evidence so far with Chris Chibnall's last season, well, it's been serialized, and we're getting I already see some changes beginning to happen, and to me that is positive. So why not capitalize on it? As Lee said, Sheen has been in the immediate spotlight now for a while, so let's keep it going. Just guys, I just plead with you.
How much of it, like, even if your heart's not in it, even though you're demoralized, even though you're apathetic,
exactly, you've nothing to
takes
lose.
you 2 minutes, not even that, a minute, 30 seconds, just type in hashtag Sheen for 14, pop, off you go. That's it. That's all you need to do. Do that once a day, a couple of times a day, whatever you feel like. That's it. That's all it takes.
Builds up. Exactly, and right now, if you're on Twitter, if you put hashtag and you put SH, it's coming up. It's coming up now.
Yeah.
It's there. So we just need people to keep it going. That's all we're asking. And as Lee said, we know most of you are demoralized, but you have nothing to lose here, but we've got everything to gain. You never know.
It's one of those moments. Yeah,
so
moments.
we'll leave it at that. Not going to keep going on about. I've said me piece. That tomorrow we will obviously Lee will launch it first on his channel. Then you will see it up on his Twitter. More than likely be on my Twitter as well, and it'll be on my YouTube as well. So we're gonna flog this to bits.
Yep.
Right. So
and when it's released, share it everywhere.
That's it. Share it everywhere. And when it's on Twitter, retweet Lee's one, retweet my one with the hashtag Sheen for 14 and ask people to get behind it if you can. And I'll leave it at that. But listen, thank you for joining us all week and over the weekend. And we'll see you tomorrow for some new Who. And I just want to thank everybody last night. It was an absolute, seriously, everything just went right for last night's stream. It was brilliant. Every guest was brilliant. So I just want to say thank you to you all because you've made it a very enjoyable stream considering what happened the week before. This was really what I wanted the stream to be, and it was good fun. Everybody had a good time, and so did I. So thank you. So I'll see you later. I still haven't put the high definition version of this.
I'll send them to you now. I've got a little bit more free space.
Yeah, he hasn't sent them to me, but I did delete them off my computer, unfortunately, because I thought they weren't working originally. But there you go. Lee informed me that they actually updated the bleeding thing. So now we'll get the high definitions of these because they look better. Trust me, way better actually. I mean, look at the contact one. That's high def and it's brilliant. Right, I'm going to shut up now. I'll see you later. Good night, folks. Have a good one.
Good night.
Hashtag for 14, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.